and for all the bootlickers, may you die 1,001.
The place for the realest conversations.
Tory, Lowe, want all the action? Or you want all the smoke? Oh, I'm with all that smoke too, man.
I didn't see Ron Johnson. He trash. Chisholm is trash. How the hell you here to help us and your kids are dying in the street?
I understand that this is Milwaukee and everyone believes that if someone say something, it's snitching. It's not.
I don't care if it's the pastor. If you see the pastor ain't acting right, you check that fool. Where's the results?
Talking topics that need to be highlighted and discussed in our communities.
Would you trade places with a black person?
Yeah, sure. No, I would not.
Have you ever said the N-word? Come on, be the truth. We on the truth.
Unfiltered and unfazed. This is the Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth and The Truth app.
The reason I believe that racism is getting worse is because whites know that they will be outnumbered in about 20, 21 years. They're going to be outnumbered.
Hey, Tory, man. How are you doing, brother? I'm actually from India. We brown people can totally relate with you. And sometimes it's like, did that just happen to me?
We have to not let the government mind us either.
That cop ain't never been brought to the public because he ain't normal and he may not even exist no more.
Say no more. Release the video.
So you keep on doing what you're doing, man. You're going to take over this talk radio, man. Just keep on focusing on what you're focusing on. I wish you a lot of love.
God bless you, brother.
Now, live from the American Family Insurance Studio in Milwaukee, here is Tory Lowe.
Justice, Wisconsin, the truth. The most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM. The movement continues. Yeah. Milwaukee, stand up. It's Tory Lowe, the truth. From 1 to 4. We about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice. We want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tory Lowe from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready.
101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe. Tory Lowe Show live from American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue. And I'm here for the action.
And none but that action.
And I want all the smoke.
Who wants the smoke today?
Salute to all my brothers and sisters out there on the front lines. The movement continues.
The marathon continue.
How you doing, DJ Brother Z?
It's Taco Tuesday.
And how y'all doing out there in Radio Land? Truth Nation. Thank you for joining me this Tuesday, June 18th, 2024. And unfortunately, I'm not in Racine. We couldn't get the show time to match the time of what was going on today, so I had to be in studio. Definitely was looking forward to being live in Racine during the Donald Trump rally in Racine, and actually potentially having Donald Trump on the show today, but it did not happen because of the time restraints. We were trying to make it happen, and salute to the people that reached out from the Trump administration for trying to make it happen. We tried to line up the times to get it done, to try to make sure that, it could happen. But like I said, we may have other things in the works to make that connection. But like I said, this was one of those brain draining, DJ Brother Z. It was brain draining because we were trying to put it together. But like I said, I appreciate them for reaching out, for trying to make it happen. And due to the fact that it is during the show and the location, it made it extremely tough. And the times wouldn't line up correctly with the show going live. But I'll tell you this, I appreciate the Trump administration for trying to reach out, for trying to make it happen. They're definitely working on a later time to make it happen. So, hey, DJ Brother Z, we going to keep moseying along. Once again, Trump in Racine today, Racine, Wisconsin, for his rally today in Racine. I think that he's scheduled to talk at around 3 o'clock. So, hey, I was up. We was up trying to make it happen, DJ Brother Z. But now, I feel like we may get a little bit more time out of the conversation. I don't think it would have been a long conversation, but we'll try to work on something to make it where I can ask, a couple questions and make it a better outcome, a better conversation. But once again, the truth in the middle of a lot of these discussions. We was at the Biden White House talking to the administration, and now we were in talks to have Trump and his administration to talk about what's going on, what are their plans for the community, for the black community, particularly the black community, because this is a Black Talk radio show. But, like I said, the president has to make ideas for everybody, decisions for everybody, but also they can make specific ideas for those that they want to. Like for the people that they make specific ideas for, they make them. We see it all the time. But anyway, also there's something going on that I wanted to talk about. DJ Brother Z, there's a governor that is pardoning prisoners with nonviolent drug offenses. I want to talk about that in the show today because that's a very important. It's something that's going on. I forgot my notes here. Let me get up my notes. There we go. In Maryland, the Maryland governor is expected to pardon more than 175,000 marijuana convictions. Maryland governor pardoned more than 175,000 marijuana convictions. This happened, I think, Monday. 175,000 people were pardoned due to their marijuana convictions, and that's powerful. Right before Juneteenth. You know what I mean? Set the slaves free. DJ Brother Z. I mean, can you imagine being locked up for a nonviolent drug offense and it's legalized in other parts of the United States? Everybody smoking on the weed, and you in jail for this? You living in a state where, you're in jail, locked up, and it's legalized in other places? I'm talking about nonviolent drug offenses. That contributes hugely to mass incarceration. Do we got audio on this, DJ Brother Z? Let's listen.
This morning, with deep pride and soberness, I will pardon over 175,000 convictions related to the possession of cannabis and cannabis paraphernalia. Maryland legalized cannabis by referendum. In March, we conducted our first adult-use cannabis licensing round, and all 174 licenses were awarded exclusively to social equity applicants. And to be clear, that's the first time that has happened in our nation's history. Yes. We know that legalization does not turn back the clock on decades of harm that was caused by this war on drugs. It doesn't erase the fact that black Marylanders were 3 times more likely to be arrested for cannabis than white Marylanders before legalization. We cannot celebrate the benefits of legalization if we do not address the consequences of criminalization.
Hey.
If you look at the past.
Hey, I know some of my relatives would get out. Some of my, people in my neighborhood would get out if this was happening right here in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, nonviolent drug offenses. I think that it should happen right here in Milwaukee. I think that this should be what takes place because it's legal now in most places. In Illinois, maybe not in Wisconsin. But this is the right thing to do. This is the right thing to do. They criminalized the black community higher than any other community. Weaponized the laws against blacks. I believe that Governor Evers need to pardon all the people with nonviolent drug offenses, weed in particular, marijuana, cannabis. They need to let them go. And this happened right before Juneteenth. Juneteenth Day is tomorrow. Black Independence Day. You know, and many times when we talk about Black independence, we still struggling. We still fighting for human and civil rights. We still fighting. It is what it is. It's never going to end, especially here in America. But the thing is, we got to take steps. We got to take steps. And in Maryland, salute to Maryland's governor for issuing these pardons. Salute, because this should be a template for what needs to happen. And y'all say that these governors don't have no power. They got power. They can do exactly what this Maryland governor did. Milwaukee has one of the most massively incarcerated black population in the country. Right here in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Let my people go. Let them go. If it's marijuana, nonviolent, drug offenses, let them go. It's people making hundreds of millions of dollars selling marijuana and cannabis now. They even got it to where these people have now not only legalized it, but many states are getting the taxes from this, from the weed industry. So why are you holding people in jail? Right now, it doesn't make any sense. And I don't even smoke weed. I don't even smoke it. But I know right from wrong. I got common sense. And it's time to right some of the wrongs that's been going on for a very long time when it comes to mass incarceration. Let them people go and get back to their families. Hey, look, when we come back, we're going to have more discussion, Truth Nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
And that's Tory Lowe, bringing you all the action and all the smoke. Don't touch that dial. The Tory Lowe Show will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Summerfest is back, and the award-winning 1017 The Truth has got you covered with front row access passes to the best concerts at Summerfest this year.
Tune in to all your favorite Truth shows every day so you do not miss your chance to win tickets and wristbands to see artists like SZA, Bryson Tiller, Lil Uzi Vert, En Vogue, K-Camp, and so many more.
Don't miss your chance to see these artists up close and personal during Milwaukee's biggest summer party. Summerfest is presented by our founding partner, American Family Insurance.
This is your Planned Parenthood Advocates of Wisconsin Minute.
Reproductive justice, it's a framework, it's a movement, it's a vision for reproductive freedom. It's a right to have a child. It's a right to not have children. And this next part is really as important as the other parts. It's the right to birth and parent our children with dignity, and the right to live and parent our children in safe and healthy environments. So reproductive justice understands the ability of any person to control their destiny is directly related to the conditions of their communities. It looks at the intersections of discrimination in social, political, and economic systems, and it sheds lights on the barriers that these systems produce. And then we, reproductive justice advocates, fight against the barriers that prevent Black people and other people of color from exercising their rights. That's reproductive justice.
This has been your Planned Parenthood Advocates of Wisconsin Minute.
When you join Educators Credit Union, you're not just another number or just another customer. You're a member owner. As a member owner, you can expect a team of people by your side helping you make informed financial decisions. Educators Credit Union is open to anyone who lives or works in southeastern Wisconsin, no matter your career. Learn more at ECU.com. That's ECU.com. Federally insured by NCUA.
Hi, Drew and Jonathan Scott here, reminding you that a lot of life's firsts are better with help from American Family Insurance. Like your first home expansion or your first big lightning strike. There's a first for everything. Get the right home policy at the right price with the right help from American Family's agents. Life's better when you're under American Family's roof. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Miller High Life, the champagne of beers, has called Milwaukee home since 1903. And Miller High Life is proud to sponsor the Milwaukee Juneteenth celebration. Miller High Life and Beer Capital Distributing.
The Brewers Sunday Fun Day Bundle is your new way to brunch this summer. Get tickets, food, beverages, and parking for up to 15 people, starting at $62. Get yours at brewers.com/funday.
You are listening to The Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Push up in a fuck that. Life of a city boy.
1017 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. DJ Brother Z on the ones and twos. Milwaukee police are seeking a gunman in a shooting death of 2 teens Saturday night on the city's south side. We got some audio of this. WISN 12. Let's listen.
Milwaukee police are searching for the person who shot and killed 2 best friends, teenage boys, after a birthday party.
It happened at about 8 o'clock Saturday night near 9th and Manitoba on the city's south side. Tonight, 12 News' Nick Bohr joining us live at the scene. And Nick, a vigil is planned there to remember the 2 boys.
Right, friends and family of the 2 boys, just 15 and 16 years old, are gathering here right now. Behind me, you can see that gathering group where the boys were killed. They're here for this remembrance tonight. The friends and others had just left a birthday party for one of the boys, and partygoers were close enough to hear the gunfire.
Oh, wow.
More than a dozen shots echoed through the neighborhood, and Milwaukee police were on the scene in moments. But 15-year-old Isaac Rodriguez and his best friend, Diego Herrera Mejia, couldn't be saved. They'd been celebrating Diego's 16th birthday. We just spoke with Diego's mom, who didn't want to be on camera.
Mi vida conmigo. Era todo para mí, mi bebé. ¿Por qué me lo quitaron así? ¿Por qué?
It's a shock, especially those kids. Honestly, I don't know what to say. It was a surprise.
Yamid Sanchez was friends with both boys playing basketball, calling them good guys, but knew Diego best.
Diego, he was a really nice guy. Since I met him, he was a cool kid. I always joked around with him. I respected him. He respected me. Didn't get into a lot of problems like that.
Milwaukee police say they're still investigating, but it appears the shooting stemmed from an argument, and Diego and Isaac might not have been the targets.
Nowadays, we know from what we see around our city, it only takes a verbal argument for something to happen, for a death to happen, and that's just a very ridiculous thing.
Minister Marty Calderon is here with Milwaukee Promise Keepers and has been doing community outreach on the south side for decades. He says this is one of the toughest stretches, with 3 kids killed in just the last few weeks.
We're on Orchard dealing with the 10-year-old who was shot and killed. Now we have 2 teens who were shot and killed, and I wish that we could get out here before this stuff happens, but it doesn't happen like that.
Just so much heartbreak for those 2 families and the entire community. And Nick, a third person person was also shot. How are they doing?
That was Diego's cousin. She's a 14-year-old girl. She was shot in the leg. She's still hospitalized, family tells me, but she's recovering, should be released tomorrow. The injury not life-threatening, according to police. And again, they are still looking for the shooter or shooters tonight. Deanna.
Wow. And I'm going to tell you right now, when we talk about violence, it's just not in one area. You know, it's all over the place. And we have to work together to try to reduce the violence. If anybody have any information about not only this situation, but any situation when it comes to people harming innocent life, creating victims, we got to do our part, Truth Nation. I'm gonna be honest with you. A lot of times when we talk about what can we do, you know, sometimes it's our relatives and friends and loved ones, and we know, depending on what area and when it happens, we know we got a little bit more information than we let on. And I'm going to tell you right now, we have to start taking a tough stance against our friends, family members, loved ones who create victims, who get out here and embarrass the family. I'll tell you this. I told my son, I told my family members, I told my friends, I'm going to stand with you if you're right, if it's just. If you're doing out here trying to make it happen and you're doing the right thing and something happens, I'm going to stand with you 10 toes down. But on the opposite end of that, if you out here creating victims, I can't stand with that. And this is something this is a conversation that we all got to have. I think that we got to reshape the thought process when it comes to what's going on in our communities and neighborhoods. And it all starts with us as a people, because thank God for those who are standing and trying to create change and understand what I'm saying. What I'm saying right now to you. It's getting hot out. This is the time that we have to have these uncomfortable conversations. And many times we don't have the uncomfortable conversations because maybe, you know, we feel like, okay, I may come off as, you know, the eyeball trying to bring these conversations up. But no, you're a leader. Don't let the streets make you think that you're an eyeball because you're being a responsible citizen, a responsible family member, a responsible person that is trying to lead by an example. And I'm going to tell you right now, when people get out here and create that mess, they're going to run to your house. They get out here and act like they King Kong, but soon as the drama pop off, they need somewhere to hide. They need somewhere to lay low. Is it on your couch? Do you got people in your house right now that have went outside your house and created victims? I hope not. I hope not. The time is now to let everybody know in your family, in your friends, in your circle, they can't be out here creating no victims. Because if you do, it's going to put a huge strain on our relationship. That's how you got to tell them. It's going to put it, you can't be, you know, you can't make them feel no kind of way. You can't say, you know, it's something that I want to say, but I'm on the air. But if you cause victims, you're going to put a huge strain on our relationship. And this is the message that we got to give. When I came home back to Milwaukee in 2010, going into 2011, people was talking about snitching. People was talking about, oh, you talking to the police. Don't let that mentality creep into your mind. I'm not a gangbanger. I was a gangbanger when I was a kid, when I ain't know no better. I was. You know, when we came up in the hood, we didn't know. We 10, 11 years old. Thank God. Thank God I was able to rise above some of that criminal-minded mentality, play football and go to school and change my life and add better ideas to my life. There's some people in jail right now that'll tell you this ain't the way. Creating criminal acts ain't the way. But you don't have to go to jail to understand that. All you got to do is add to your life, add better quality ideas to your life. And one of the better quality ideas that you can add is to tell your family ahead of time before they go out and create victims that I'm not the one to be around. If you acting like that. And that's what I call a real man, a real woman, a real person that's out here trying to make change. You got to have some lines in the sand. Draw the line in the sand. Because people know who did what. It's somebody that know what happened. And if you got any decency, if you got any love for humanity, you wouldn't allow it to happen around you. We say it's enough, it's enough. We say we don't want the violence, stop the violence, hang tough. But we got to make a solid commitment to ourselves, to the person in the mirror, and say, hey, this ain't going to happen on my watch. Hey, look, when we come back, we're going to have a Pop Culture Report, Truth Nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
The Tory Lowe Show returns after this on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
In our community, you will find a Center for Food Security. You'll discover a Center for Behavioral Health Support, a proven Center for Home Care, a successful Center for Employment, a Center for Trauma Recovery, and more. We are Centers for Independence. Find out how you can support Centers for Independence's work and mission at cfihope.org/independence.
When severe weather hits and the power goes out, do you have a plan? For reliable power and peace of mind, propane can do that. It only takes about 10 seconds for a propane-powered generator to restore power to your home. So no matter what Mother Nature has in store, you know you're prepared. Learn more at wipga.org. This message is sponsored by your local propane provider and the Wisconsin Propane Education and Research Council.
It's time for Truth Takes, a thought-provoking commentary on the new 1017 The Truth. Here is Sherwin Hughes with his truth.
I think you're spoiled. You have too many choices. We sometimes forget that having choice is a luxury. I can remember when I was a little kid, I either ate what my mother cooked for dinner or I starved. I didn't have the luxury of choice. Now we can choose anything and everything. We can choose which apps we want to be a part of. We can go and pick a new mate. We can decide what food we want to order. We have an unlimited amount of choice, and I think that we forget that choice is a luxury. You are either a winner or you're a loser. You're either going up or you're going down. You're either free or a slave. You are either woke or you are asleep. Those are called binary choices, and it's tough for people to understand just having two choices in a world that inundates us with unlimited choice. I know you don't like the candidates that are on your ballot come November. Guess what? They probably don't like you either. But you only have a binary choice. You either want this country to excel and succeed and explore new industries and be honest and fair about racial inequity. You either believe in climate change or you don't. You believe in democracy or you don't. You want a country that will do whatever it can to help people, all people, regardless of gender identity, regardless of national origin, or you want to take the low road and vote for the person that only wants to help himself with no regard for anyone else. Choice is a luxury. Unfortunately, too many of us forget that it's a luxury. Binary choice is all you have in November. I hope you choose wisely.
This has been Truth Takes on the new 1017 The Truth. Listen to The Truth with Sherwin Hughes weekdays from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. Coming with straight truth.
When we talk about giving more money to these ideas and we are pouring into MPS, sometimes people wonder, is they pouring into a cup with a hole in it? They got raises. We got one of the highest paid superintendents in the state. Where the money going? And not only for MPS, where's all the money going that's coming in to help the city of Milwaukee? Is it being managed correctly? I'm talking about on all sides.
Catch the Tory Lowe Show every weekday from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. Truth Nation, it's time to start jamming with juice. This is the Pop Culture Report with Carrie Noni and Ben Jammin on the Tory Lowe Show. Tap in to see what's trending today on Pop Culture Report.
Seven The Truth. Tory Lowe Show. Pop Culture Report brought to you by Benjamin.
It's amazing.
And Carrie Noni. Juice WRLD in the building.
Yeah, I was keeping it juicy, y'all.
Hey, what's happening in?
What's happening in?
Hey, what's going on in these pop culture streets? Benjamin, Carrie Noni.
What's not going on in these pop culture streets, Tory Lowe? Truth be told, we are outside in these pop culture streets.
Outside? You know what I'm saying? It's summertime.
You know it's summertime now. All right, and I guess to kick off the summer, to be honest with y'all, we'll be outside tomorrow at Juneteenth.
It's going to be powerful.
No, it's going to be amazing, man. I look forward to Milwaukee's Juneteenth each and every year. It'll truly be my, sixth Juneteenth down in Milwaukee, so I'm glad to be down there tomorrow.
Y'all also did the Juneteenth in Racine.
Yeah, man.
How was that?
Bro, you know what? So I'm gonna keep it true with y'all, Truth Nation.
Juice, why you make that face?
Because she know I'm gonna tell the story from the root to the tutor.
Oh, wow.
Right? So literally, we had got down there, whatever. We hop in our vehicle, and I'm not gonna lie, it wasn't the most organized Juneteenth we've been to. It wasn't the most organized parade. First off, all right.
It's a young Juneteenth, though.
It is a young Juneteenth. It was like our second or third one.
Right.
Again, it was a beautiful parade when it all came together. Okay, but when it was all coming together, it was super not put together. All right, it was not organized.
But you did keep your cool, Ben. I was actually very impressed because some people wouldn't have had
cool about
temper.
what?
Some people temper could have been flaring up because it's just when the things are unorganized and you get frustrated because don't nobody know nothing. You got questions.
Parade?
The parade.
Okay. Dog, we asked the orchestrator. I ain't gonna put the name out there.
Well, it was a volunteer. No, him too, though.
No. We
oh, wow.
The orchestrator. So we're basically sitting in where the police were or whatever. It's like this old lady trying to direct us and stuff. And there was a gentleman there who was the director of it all. And he was like, y'all got no number. Hey, Nicole!
That's how they was putting it together.
Yeah, bro.
Oh, wow.
Military. So I'm like, what's going on? But this is Carrie's introduction to what's going on in Racine and stuff. So she's like, these your people? This how your people? Oh, I understand you so much better now, Ben. So we did that, went through the parade.
Got pooped on by a bird.
What? Yep, got pooped on by a bird.
Wait a minute, y'all inside the car?
Yeah, bro. We had the sunroof on.
Oh, y'all had the sunroof.
What are the odds that a bird just pooped right in the middle of the car?
Crazy.
So we had to get out of the parade and go get some napkins.
How much was this? Was it a lot?
It got on his phone, on his arm.
Straight up.
It
my water bottle.
You got pooped on the parade.
At first, we thought somebody threw something in the car. I was like, whoa.
Straight
but then
up.
we saw it was a bird, and we really looked at each other. We said, I know you lying.
Oh, wow. Happy Juneteenth.
Yeah, happy Juneteenth, man. But, so we had a good time.
That was my first time there, man.
Yeah, I ended
Picture this,
up,
black people getting crapped on.
Oh, my God.
I ended up hosting a Juneteenth. That's why my voice has been hoarse this whole weekend or this whole week or whatever. So I hosted a Juneteenth, had a good time. The Chicago Mass Choir came down. Karan Butler was down there. It was just a beautiful time. And if nobody knows, Racine has a great car show each and every Juneteenth. So we always do a car show. We had a lot of people from Milwaukee come down. My guy from PWD Computers, he was down there as well. I forget his name right now. But it was just so many different people down there and just a lot of black love, So I know for a fact that when we do tomorrow's Juneteenth here in Milwaukee, it'll be nothing but love as well. Oh yeah, man. Tory, I know you're gonna get yourself into some ribs.
Right. I want a turkey leg. I want a turkey leg.
Them turkey legs be so
like
big.
when I only eat turkey legs a few times a year.
Yeah.
Because they be so huge.
It's a lot of meat.
You gotta split it.
So I gotta save my turkey leg.
And it don't come with sides. It's just the turkey leg.
That's really all you need, especially if they put some barbecue sauce on there. Get a barbecue
and
turkey
then you gotta
leg.
see if it fall off the bone. That's how you know.
That's true.
It's tender.
It's tender. It's ready. The bone marrow came out a little bit.
You might get something like some barbecue sauce or something on the side. But like I said, I only can eat a turkey leg like around the summertime, Juneteenth, and then around July maybe. But after that, my turkey, then maybe during Thanksgiving, maybe, having
some turkey legs.
It's only like a couple times a year that I can eat a whole turkey leg.
I feel that. Well, what are y'all looking forward to for tomorrow, though?
The people. I love my people.
I'm looking forward to seeing Truth Nation out there at the parade, coming through and just having a great time with the culture. I love when we get together, you get to see people you ain't seen in years.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a family reunion.
Yeah, it's like everybody gets off that day, or a majority of people get off that day, and
it's a
they
national
know
holiday
exactly
now, right?
where to go. They like, we just, some people might take that day just to stay at home, and some people do. But I feel like for the most part, a lot of people are like, we got the day off? Yeah, we going down to Juneteenth.
Right. Now, honestly, one of my most fondest memories, or one thing that I always look forward to for Milwaukee's Juneteenth is the parade that we're about to be in. Because I don't know, man, it always seems like each and every year the parade's just slightly different. And again, I'm waiting to see, because that's the one thing about Milwaukee's parade. It's that I don't know who be driving that little cart. You know who be driving the little cart, but he be zooming in and
the
out.
Shriner.
Yeah, the Shriner or whatever. It just be driving around. I damn near hit that mofo a couple times.
Oh, wow.
I'm like, my God, you better watch where you going. But at the same time, this is something that happens each and every year, so it's become a tradition. Not just for myself driving, but I'm pretty certain for all the members who participate.
So our first year here at the Truth, you drove the vehicle?
I'm not certain the first year, but I had already did like V100s and stuff too.
Oh,
like
that's
we
what I'm
had
talking about.
we didn't have a vehicle that first year.
Yeah.
We rented a vehicle.
Yeah, well, this is my second time in the parade. Last year was my first time, and it was so fun. Yeah. I hadn't been a part of it for real.
I think there was some kind of restrictions on the candy now that you're not supposed to throw the candy out there. For the kids.
We're going to have to walk. Some of us
we got to jump out and throw
jump out, get back in.
And slide the candy on the side.
Yeah, or hand it to them. Because I think it's in bags. We might be having it bagged up. But
yeah, we're getting it bagged up right now. For all the Truth Nation listeners and the Juicy Jammers out there, want to know what we going to do with our candy. It's in bags already for y'all.
Hey. And another thing I love about the Juneteenth concept is that Milwaukee has one of the oldest Juneteenth. This is the 53rd, and it's a lot of tradition. We do it well. You get to see the clothing, you get to see a lot of fashion ideas, you get to see a lot of jewelry, handmade jewelry. It's going to be a lot of people down there selling items that are cultural, according to our neighborhoods and our community.
Correct.
And like I said, get down there, get involved, participate, purchase.
Yeah. Now, and you're right about that too. And that was another thing that I was even vocalizing when I was down there in Racine's Juneteenth, is the fact that when it comes down to Juneteenth, a lot of times we talk about how the black dollar never leaves our communities within less than 6 hours. But Juneteenth is truly a day where you see all the black vendors, anybody who is doing any kind of black business, you see them down there. So make certain that you are spending your money with them, at least on that day.
Right.
Because that's at least one time we can figure out a way to circulate the money money in our communities. I think it's a great way, and I think it's something that we should, progress.
Also, no drama on Juneteenth.
No drama, all love.
Hey, come down there with love in your heart to explore the culture.
Enjoy good food.
Now that it's a national holiday, you might see a lot of different races down there, too. A lot of people are starting to participate in the culture because they got off work too.
Right. Yeah, and that was another thing, just again, in regards to like Racine's Juneteenth parade that we participated in. So the very first year wasn't that many people, but the second year, which we just participated in or whatever, I started to see a lot more different cultures be down at the Juneteenth parade and actually just support it, whether they were white and affluent with a lot of money, or whether they were just, just a regular
they just came down there to eat the food.
Yeah, came down there to
with
eat
the
seasoning. Came out there to support. Yeah, for real.
It's the only time they get it.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I'm serious because, it's funny that we're doing the pop culture report because there was a recent article that dropped with me and Carrie Noni Juice, right? A gentleman by the name of Tom Jens, shout out to Tom.
Right.
But there was a section.
Express.
In Shepherd Express, you are correct. In that article, we talked about pop culture, and he actually asked us, what is the difference in between white pop culture and black pop culture? And I answered him. And
seasoning.
Bro, how'd you know? How did you know? That's literally what it was. And that's really what black pop culture is. It's just we have seasoning, and white pop culture, lacks that. So when it comes down to Juneteenth, you're going to feel a lot of seasoning.
A lot of flavor.
Yeah, a lot of flavor.
Come out and get culture.
Yeah. Not even in just the food, but the way we dance, the way that we talk, and just how we go about
how we move
and how we communicate with
a whole vibration.
Right. It's a whole vibration. So make certain that everybody underneath the sound of our voices right now participates in tomorrow's Juneteenth and just learn stuff that you never did before, especially if you're not of the culture. Come down there with an open mind. Come down there with an open heart and just be willing to learn and love the people that you reside in the same city with.
And try some new things.
That's another thing, Tory, like you just said.
The food down there is just amazing.
The food down there is amazing. And like you just said, Tory, a lot of times when you do these Juneteenth, each and every year, whatever, you end up finding something that you never even thought of before.
Right.
Despite the food, right? I forget. It was sometime last year. It was last year. There was a gentleman down there who had been exonerated from prison. This is what they got going on until you end up talking to them and realize oh my God, this dude's brilliant. Why hasn't anybody hopped on this before? Why hasn't nobody ever created this before? So again, I'd advocate for folks to come down to Juneteenth and actually just experience everything that goes on down there because it is America.
It is. And to tell you the truth, we lead and shape the culture in America.
100,000%.
I mean, a lot of the ideas that are taken from us that we don't patent or we don't have the monies to legally have install it right. We get taken. It get taken. But
get blackballed.
Like I said, but in something like Juneteenth, in the middle of all of that culture, you see the greatest ideas.
Yeah, 100%.
Then what's that jewelry that they make from the crystals and stuff like that? Is there a name for that?
I can't think of the term right now, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's a lot of that. People making jewelry from the crystals and the copper,
100%. And even in that, when you talk to any one of them, they end up telling you a lot of the things about crystals and rocks that you never even thought of. You think you're looking at a rock thinking it's just ordinary, but no, sometimes these rocks actually have different universal powers, if you will, that allow you to either take away negative energies that you have amongst yourself, or dispel negative energy that's around you, or even make you a little bit more luckier. Or again, when you talk about the frequency of that rock, that rock may put you on the same frequency that you may need for healing. Right. And these are, again, different teachings and ideas that
we run into at Juneteenth. But ultimately transition back to, our African plains. You know? So it's, again, it's a lot of history that is down there at Juneteenth that still resides in our culture today. It's just not commercialized how everything else is. Yeah, just don't come down and get a dashiki. Especially if you're white. Now you're going to be crazy,
let them get the dashiki.
Get the kente
you
cloth.
You be wearing the sombrero.
And I'm talking about you can get that too. I'm saying you can get that too, but it's other stuff.
What if they come down some black Air Force Ones? Is that no? Okay, never mind.
The white people?
Yeah.
They probably don't know no better. So you might see. I mean, you be wearing the Mexican J's. So how do you even account for that? Talking about some black dookies.
Look, I'm just saying, man. If you come down with the kente cloth, you gonna be suspect. That's all I'm gonna say. Come down with the kente cloth, people gonna look at you side eye, bro. It's not even real.
Man, embrace our culture.
You gonna
hold on, wait a minute. At least come down and buy it from Juneteenth. Don't come down there.
That's true.
With the kente cloth on.
Bought it from Walmart.
Just buy it there. Then people gonna be like, that's what's up.
That's funny.
All right, when we come back, we'll have more Pop Culture Report, Truth Nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
The award-winning 1017 The Truth is proud to celebrate Milwaukee's 53rd annual Juneteenth celebration. Our Truth Street team will be in full effect as we'll be riding clean in our Truth vehicle during the parade. Be sure to stop by our Truth Street team table where we'll be handing out Truth swag to all who come by and say hi to their favorite award-winning host. 1017 The Truth Street team at Juneteenth is sponsored by UW Credit Union. Here for every you.
This is Ambassador Arthur Burks inviting you to the annual Reform Felons Ball. It all takes place at 100 Gems campus at 6737 North on Titonia Avenue. Tuesday, June the 18th. Doors open up at 6:30 p.m. with special guests Terrence Gangster Williams and Ken Ivey.
Hi, this is Terrence Gangster Williams. Shout out to Milwaukee. I will be out there June 18th for the Reform Felon Ball. Let's hang out. Shout out to all my ex-felons who came home who doing something positive.
You better call and get your free tickets while they last.
Free food and admission. Donations are accepted at the door. Pick up your tickets at All Star Variety Shop, 4620 West on Burleigh, or call 414-509-4808. This is an AB and Winky Blue production.
Associated Bank knows your small business isn't just a venture. It's your dream and a vital part of the community. And we're not just a bank. We're your neighbors. We're looking out for you. That's why Associated Bank offers quick online applications and approvals with funding in as fast as one business day, checking with no minimum balances or maintenance fees, and prompt customer service. Explore our products at associatedbank.com/business or visit a branch for more details. Subject to credit approval. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hi, Drew and Jonathan Scott here, reminding you that American Family Insurance agents can help build a customized renter's policy so you can protect stuff like this, or this, or even this. Well, case in point. Life's better when you're under American Family's roof. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Miller High Life, the champagne of beers, has called Milwaukee home since 1903. And Miller High Life is proud to sponsor the Milwaukee Juneteenth celebration. Miller High Life and Beer Capital Distributing.
Brewers 5 County Fridays are now Wisconsin First Fridays. All Wisconsin residents get half off Brewers tickets at the first Friday home game of each month. Check out the schedule and get yours at brewers.com/Wisconsin Fridays.
It's the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. Truth Nation, it's time to start jamming with juice. This is the Pop Culture Report with Carrie Noni and Ben Jammin on the Tory Lowe Show. Tap in to see what's trending today on Pop Culture Report.
1017 The Truth. Tory Lowe Show. Pop Culture Report brought to you by Ben Jammin.
It's amazing.
And Carrie Noni Juice. Juice World.
I was keeping it juicy, y'all.
Drew Holiday.
Shout out Drew Holiday.
Won the championship with the Celtics.
I talked about him a little bit on the show earlier today. You know, 2-time NBA champ now at this point.
Puff.
It goes to say that Drew Holiday was definitely needed, and we should have never traded that man.
I mean, nobody thought he wasn't needed.
Obviously, the front office didn't think they needed him.
Well, no, it's not that they thought they didn't need him necessarily, but he was just the
So
best
what does it mean
trade.
when you get traded?
It means
What
he
does it
was the best. A
mean?
lot of good players get traded. It don't mean that they're not
I just don't like the
needed.
way they did it. Like, he didn't know. He was
Yeah, they didn't
expecting.
tell him. It was very disrespectful how they didn't tell him that, you know, hey, we are about to do this. But that's what that's what the NBA is, really. You know, you get traded to different teams, whether you good or not. And if you good, you're more likely to get traded sometimes if you're not like the star player, because they need to trade.
They ain't
But
trading
that's what I'm
Giannis.
saying. They're not going to trade
They
the
ain't trade the
franchise.
Nassus.
Okay.
Do we need the Nassus?
Hey, look, all I'm going to say is this. I don't like the way that
You know, he
he
ain't going
found out.
nowhere.
Plus, he was a community advocate.
Yeah, he was.
He did a lot for the community. The way that they did it, where he didn't even know, and his wife was upset.
It was foul.
But now, I'll tell you this. Sometimes you may want to hang around somewhere or be around people, but God will move you somewhere else. And at the time, you may be like, man, I wanted to stay with them. But then he'll move you somewhere else where you can actually excel with your life as well. So sometimes
to flourish.
And even in life, that's a lesson in life.
Yeah.
Like, you know, keep it moving. And everybody on your journey is not going to be with you that whole time.
Yeah.
So it's other journeys you have to embark on. And now he has a championship with the Celtics. And he did not want to leave Milwaukee.
Yeah, he didn't want to go.
Sometimes you may not want to lose that relationship, that friendship.
I think
but if you move on, you might get the championship.
I think what could have hurt him, though, was before he was saying that he was thinking about retiring once his Bucks contract was over with. And I think he could have shot himself in the foot with that when he had said it, even though he redacted it.
Right.
Yeah, even though he redacted it later and was like, no, I want to retire a Buck and all this other stuff. But once you start putting that in their head of like, okay, once his contract is up, he's thinking about retiring anyway, you make yourself available to be sent to another team. And I think that's why they decided to get Dame. But that's just my own personal opinion as to why. And we didn't have nobody else to trade for Dame.
Also,
of value.
That last playoff against the Miami Heat did not look too good. And I'm a big Drew Holiday fan. I'm happy for him. But if you go back to that last playoff game and that last series, I was shocking. I got traumatized, you know, watching that last series where they didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
They was all out of control. And that's a lot of that image was in a lot of people's heads during that time. So when that trade happened, we thought we were moving on. But I think that many times when we don't value people who are willing to do the dirty work. And Drew Holiday is a utility player. He's going to do whatever needs to take place.
That's true.
So sometimes with those utility players, you don't see the value in them until they're gone.
Yeah.
And it's interesting because you could actually
and
see
somebody else is benefiting from that utility player.
Yeah, no, you could actually see that even in how bashful he was yesterday when the camera kept getting put on him and stuff after the win. It was almost as if Drew was like, hey, I'm going to go ahead and let everybody else have they speak, you know, let them get their rocks off. I don't really need that light, you know, because again, to my knowledge right now, he is the only two-time final champion on that team right now.
Yeah,
maybe Al.
Oh no, that was Hortman. That was his first one.
Yeah, so yeah,
Horford. That was his first.
Horford.
Yeah, Horford. So yeah, he's the only two-time winner on there. So he was like, I don't need all the light. I know what this feels like.
Yeah, because this is his first year on the team. You know, the other guys been on there for a minute, and they've been fighting.
And they were striking out in the playoffs for a long time.
Yeah,
and he was the missing piece.
Yeah,
Drew was the missing piece.
And I think because he didn't have to focus so much on shooting as much as he did here in Milwaukee, he was able to focus on being like one of the best defensive players ever, because you know that's really his strongest
and he
attribute.
can score if he called on,
and he can if he needs to, but he didn't have to necessarily, because you know Jason was there, Jalen was there to kind of take that off of him, so his main focus was to defend, and he defended very well.
I mean, amazing series by Drew Holiday and the Boston Celtics, and salute, they the champs.
Yeah.
No, they are
some people saying that the Bucks gave the Celtics the title.
I mean,
by letting Drew Holiday go over there.
I think a lot of factors played into it.
By letting go of Drew Holiday.
But I mean, hey, Life's life. I mean, I'm excited to see what the next. I'm just saying, I'm excited to see what this next season of the Bucks is actually going to look like because Dame had admitted he wasn't fit. He wasn't ready. He hadn't been working out before he got traded to
going through a divorce.
Milwaukee. He was going through a lot. So I'm excited to see how much more he's going to improve now. He knows he's on the team. I've seen he's been working out a whole lot more. Hopefully he's been in Greece with everybody else, training with Giannis. And I think that they're going to come back better and stronger than they were this first go round. And I think you're not always going to get it the first round.
And I think that the Bucks need to have a defensive-minded player, utility to replace that energy. Have a utility player there that's willing to hold the defense, that's willing to get the dirty ideas, jumping out of bounds for the ball, all that, And I think that Dennis Rodman made that idea popular. Yeah, just having somebody that's willing to do the dirty work.
That dog, got that dog in him,
Every team need that person. It inspires everybody.
Yeah, for sure. So, congrats.
We just need more black men out there running around like slaves. That's all.
Oh, wow.
That's all. Get them a slave contract with the NBA.
And what are you doing right now?
Well, it's just ironic because tomorrow is Juneteenth. So, hey, I'm just throwing it out there.
Have them run around like slaves? I don't understand.
Hey, some people actually do allude to the NBA being just like slaves.
I know they allude to the NFL.
NFL, all of it. Every place that you work where
everybody want to be a baller.
A white person, you could say that.
Baller, shot caller. You just mad because you couldn't play basketball, B.
Hey, bro, I dropped out. I was like, I can't do this. I'll let all the other cats do it. I decided to pick up a microphone.
Man.
All right. Well, I thank y'all for that Pop Culture Report.
It's amazing.
Thank you, Ben Jamin, for the Pop Culture Report. Thank you, Carrie Noni, for the Pop Culture Report.
I was keeping it juicy, y'all.
Hey, look, when we come back, we'll have more conversation. Truth Nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
Dogs. Our dogs is crazy. We got dogs, you hear me? Milwaukee, we dogs.
Truth Nation, our first Beyond the Mic Happy Hour Mixer Series was a hit. Round 2 is up next. Join me and my Truth teammates for my Beyond the Mic Happy Hour Mixer Series on Tuesday, June 25th from 5 until 7 p.m. at Scene 1 Restaurant and Lounge, located at 5526 West North Avenue in Milwaukee. There will be delicious cocktails, great conversation, and unforgettable memories. Plus, from 5 until 6 p.m., your first drinks are sponsored by PWD Computers. So mark your calendars for Tuesday, June 25th from 5 until 7 p.m. at Scene 1 Restaurant and Lounge.
1017 The Truth and Associated Bank have teamed up for our Black-owned business give back. Each quarter, we'll be giving away $6,000 worth of free commercial advertising for 3 months to 5 Black businesses. To sign up for your business's chance to win $6,000 of commercial campaign marketing on the award-winning 1017 The Truth, visit blackbusinessgiveback.com. That's blackbusinessgiveback.com. Let's rebuild our community's backbone through exposure on the truth. For official rules, head to blackbusinessgiveback.com. Associated Bank, member FDIC.
Truth Nation, it is Denise Thomas.
And Telly Hughes.
From Truth Be Told with DT and Telly. And guess what?
What is that, DT?
Our Truth fans can now watch and stream us live every day, Telly.
Wait a minute, Denise. Let me make sure I got this thing right. Our amazing and incredible Truth fans can go to 1017thetruth.com, click the Watch Live link, and watch me and you do our thing live from YouTube and Twitter every morning?
Yes, Telly, that is exactly right. So now they can watch you almost lose your black card every Friday during our Truth Telling Hit segment.
Come on now. You know I'm never losing my black card. But Truth Nation, you gotta tune into all your favorite 1017 The Truth shows, as you can not only listen live on the app, but you can also stream us live all day, every day by going to 1017thetruth.com and clicking the Watch Live link.
Over the past 20 years, Wisconsin has seen a huge increase in reported elder abuse cases. Elder abuse is the verbal, physical, emotional, sexual, or financial abuse of a senior citizen. It can also be the intentional or unintentional neglect of an older person. Wisconsin's population of seniors 65 and older is projected to grow significantly in the coming decades. That's why we all share the responsibility to help protect our seniors by recognizing and reporting any signs of elder abuse. If you believe that elder abuse has been inflicted upon yourself or someone you know, please report it. Call the Wisconsin Elder Abuse Hotline toll-free at 1-833-586-0107 or visit reportelderabusewI.org. Respect our elders. Report abuse. Sponsored by the Wisconsin Department of Justice.
This project is supported by the Administration for Community Living, ACL, U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, HHS, as part of a financial assistance award totaling $120,000 with 100% funding by ACL HHS. The contents are those of the authors and do not necessarily represent the official views of, nor an endorsement by ACL HHS or the U.S. government.
Join the movement. Listen to the Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha and W269DL Milwaukee, the locally owned Good Karma brand station.
We need each other.
That's facts.
I need my sisters. I need my brothers out here.
A coward dies 1,000 deaths, and for all the bootlickers, may you die 1,001.
The place for the realest conversations.
Tory Lowe want all the action, or you want all the smoke? I'm with all that smoke too, man.
I didn't see Ron Johnson. He trash. Chisholm is trash. How the hell you here to help us and your kids are dying in the street?
I understand that this is Milwaukee, and everyone believes that if someone say something, it's snitching. It's not.
I don't care if it's the pastor. If you see the pastor ain't acting right, you check that fool. Where's the results?
Talking topics that need to be highlighted and discussed in our communities.
Would you trade places with a black person?
Yeah, sure. No, I would not.
Have you ever said the N-word? Come on, be the truth. We on the truth.
Unfiltered and unfazed. This is the Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth and The Truth app.
The reason I believe that racism is getting worse is because whites know that they will be outnumbered in about 20 to 21 years. They're going to be outnumbered.
Hey, Tory, man. How are you doing, brother? I'm actually from India. We brown people can totally relate with you. And sometimes it's like, did that just happen to me? We have to not let the government mind us either.
That cop ain't never been brought to the public because he ain't normal, and he may not even exist no more.
Say no more. Release the video.
You know, you keep on doing what you're doing, man. You're going to take over this talk radio, man. Just keep on focusing on what you're focusing on. I wish you a lot of love.
God bless you, brother.
Now, live from the American Family Insurance Studio in Milwaukee, here is Tory Lowe.
Justice Wisconsin, the truth, the most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM, the movement continues. Yeah. Milwaukee, stand up. It's Tory Lowe, the truth. From 1 to 4, we about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice, we want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tory Lowe from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready.
101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe. Tory Lowe Show live from American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue. The movement continues. The marathon continues right here on 101.7 The Truth. Thank you for joining me for the second hour of the Tory Lowe Show. We got the queen, the author, the advocate, Elizabeth Brown, in studio.
Hey, yo.
What's happening in?
Hey, you already know what it is. It's summertime. We outside. You know what I'm saying? Juneteenth tomorrow, you know.
And not only is Juneteenth tomorrow, but there is a Peace Day that is planned. And it's PeaceDayMKE at the Washington Park Band Shell.
Yeah.
This will be from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m.
Yeah.
And we got Armani Millions in the building.
Yes, sir.
And Milwaukee's own community activist Von Mays in the building.
Hey.
What's happening in?
What's good? What's happening in?
Okay, so we got Juneteenth.
This for the city. I ain't hear you say that.
I'm talking about we got Juneteenth coming up.
Yeah.
We got Juneteenth coming up.
Yeah.
And then Juneteenth ends at what, 4 o'clock?
Pretty much, yeah.
Around that
3,
time.
4.
Now this event, this is a pretty new event.
Right.
Peace Day MKE, the first time.
Yeah, first one.
Explain what's going on here.
Okay, so you already know, man, we down there every year, really operating from the violence prevention, public safety lens. in the past 2 years. Although, I know we do a good job of trying to change the narrative on the event of Juneteenth.
Right.
You know what I mean? For those of y'all who don't know, historically, a lot of North Side people don't want to go down there because they consider the East Side event. You know what I'm saying? All the different dynamics that Milwaukee has of why people don't want to go to our,
and it's been going
stuff.
on for 53 years.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
Longest running.
Yeah, longest running.
Like running every year in the country.
Right.
Like people do it, but they not doing it every year, 53 years straight.
Right.
Milwaukee got.
We own it. We own Juneteenth.
We got that.
Man. In particular the last 2 years, after trying to change that narrative and bringing it back like it's an amazing event, man, it's been pretty good. We've had some shootings and some incidents the past 2 years that have been, very concerning. And so just trying to come to the city, man, and tell them, y'all need to do something different, man. There's no real plan put in for our young people. There's no real disbursement plan. You just telling people it's over, go home, ain't gonna work.
Right.
And so one of the things that I know we've done intentionally is try to support our artists.
For sure.
And understanding, that they're influencers. You know what I'm saying? And getting them to understand their influence on our young people. So I'm saying, like, use them and their influence to, help with the disbursement issue.
And have something fun to do too.
Exactly. If Big Frank say, "Hey, this is where we at. Y'all come here." That's where they gonna go.
With
Right. You know what I'm saying?
activities, with affordable food, affordable merchandise. Like it ain't. It's like last time I came up here, I talked to you about Bridging the Gap,
right?
For the One World Music Festival. Like this, right alongside with that, except for we trying to bring peace. This is all about peace. This is a peace event. Like we're promoting peace.
Right.
Like bring peace with you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Bring the love.
Bring the love.
Leave
bring
the hate
peace.
at home.
Leave that there.
Or leave the hate in the trash.
Not on Peace Day. We don't want none of that.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it's all about bridging the gap. And we still got to bridge the gap with the youth and the adults. With the youth and
you know what? I see. You know what I'm seeing? I'm seeing a ton of artists.
Oh, yeah.
So is this a concert?
So it is. There's a concert aspect to it, but there's also an educational aspect to it. There's the public safety aspect to it, and then there's the resource aspect to it.
The activities as well.
Yeah,
That's what she's gonna be a part of.
Positive preoccupation of time, first of all. If you here doing something positive, then you ain't over there doing something negative.
Right.
So that makes all the sense in the world. But
it's normal.
There ain't too much that's community and resident led. Us stepping up to take on our own issues.
Yeah.
So it's so many different factors, man. Meech, KB,
Shout
they
out
had
to
this,
Tim.
you know what I'm
Shout out to
saying?
Tim for sure.
They had this idea a couple years back, they said during COVID where they wanted to utilize the band Shelling to host a concert. That didn't get to happen. And then that was kind of the wave I was going with the peace plan of, helping with the disbursement issue for Juneteenth. So we just merged the two things, what we do with the lock-ins and the young people, and then what they do with the artists and the music. And as you see these great people here too, who also doing that work prior with the One World Festival, and then you got Jam Fest, Winter Fest, all those different kind of things. Just merging the different platforms as stakeholders in the community, as people who have that access to young people, to these artists, to these influencers, just coming together, man, to put a solution together.
I'll say this, when we talk about the young people and activities, and a lot of young people be like, well, we don't have any up-to-date activities that we're excited about. And they keep saying, hey, nobody's listening to us. We telling y'all what we want, and people are just giving them ideas that my grandma used. Kickball and stuff like that, which is, hey, it worked for us, But now with the technology, with the social media, their minds are in another space. And we have to advance a lot of our ideas.
Got to.
What are we doing to combat with to get up to speed with the ideas when it's concerning the youth?
Hopefully, and it's kind of sad, even the stuff with NPS, right? Because there's the educational aspect of we not taught adequate Black history in our schools.
Come on.
Let alone, you ask, we run a Boys and Girls Clubs, we go to these parks, and you ask them what's Juneteenth, most of them don't know.
Come on.
So, of course, they'll go down there and act a fool because they don't know the importance of this or what it's, for or about.
Right. You're correct.
And so, introducing that aspect and making sure that we understand that part of it. But, again, different other aspects. as well. Again, having an all well-rounded approach. And it matters who does something, right?
Yeah.
Because again, if I'm in, and you talking to me about this a million times,
Right.
going into these rooms, telling people stuff they should do, I really should be charging people consulting fees.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying? And
we
telling
talk
them,
about this all
hey,
the
sign
time.
this non-disclosure. You know what I'm saying? Because what people try to do is take your property, your intellectual property, and run off and do it. But you can do what I'm doing, but it ain't exactly.
It ain't the energy.
You know what I'm saying? It ain't these people doing it. It ain't Meech and KB. It ain't people who gonna get a totally different response.
But
You know
they
what
with
I'm
the
saying?
click though.
Hey man, it is what it is. But that's why we got to take control of our own communities, our own narratives, and step up and do this type of work on behalf of ourselves and our youth.
And you know what? I'm excited to see this because the one thing I always said is our generation turn to set the stage.
For sure.
I'm big on that. I'm big on that. And I'll tell you this, I'm proud of y'all for putting this together because we need our generation to be who is more at least in tune with the next generation to bridge that gap. And many times, like I said, the young people come in here, they talk about things that they need. And I think that many times those that are in play, they'll use ideas that work for them. And so it's very important that y'all have these events. Big Frank, JP, they're two of the most popular artists, MT Twins, all of these guys, Steve the Stoner, the free concert guy, wandering around
Shout out
here.
all them because
facts.
All them love the kids. When we have done media events, we have done pop-ups at Boys and Girls Club, and the way they is with the kids,
right?
Like it's so worth it. It's so worth it because all of them love the kids, and they really got good intent with doing this show. You know what I'm saying?
Anytime you can show up to Chuck E. Cheese to give a free concert, hey,
right. And again, shout out to them because again, the understanding of your influence before you blow up. You know what I'm saying? Not going off, blowing up, and then having to come back and get back.
That's
Frank,
big.
JP, and Frank and Zebra and them, they throw free kickball games on Sundays now. They've been doing cookouts, giving stuff away. They've been coming to the lock-ins. People like Myron B. Jones, like so many of our influencers and people that's doing stuff are giving back to the youth, are tapped in, you know what I'm saying? And they've been pulling up like to the Boys and Girls Clubs free, you know what I'm saying?
A lot of them.
Promoting this event, really buying into this concept that we need a day of peace, you know what I'm saying?
Well, look, when we come back, I want to know how can we get involved not only with this event, but is there a way that we can continue the efforts? And how can we help as a community? Hey, look, we got Armani Millions in the building. We got Von Mays. We got Elizabeth Brown and Numi. I didn't know if Numi wanted to be. She kind of behind the scene.
Being behind the scene.
But when we come back, I want to know how we can continue to assist.
For sure.
Truth Nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
Don't touch that dial. The Tory Lowe Show will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
It's that time, Milwaukee.
Summerfest is finally here.
Come and enjoy the world's largest music festival this Thursday through Saturday this week.
Many of music's top artists will be coming to Summerfest, and not only can you see great music performances, but you can also watch us do Jam with Juice live from Summerfest noon to 1 on Thursday and Friday.
That's right. It's lit, y'all, so don't miss out on all the fun at Milwaukee's biggest summer party. Get your tickets now at summerfest.com.
This is Ambassador Arthur Burks inviting you to the annual Reform Felons Ball. It all takes place at 100 Gems campus at 6737 North on Titonia Avenue. Tuesday, June the 18th. Doors open up at 6:30 p.m. with special guests Terrence Gangster Williams and Ken Ivey.
Hi, this is Terrence Gangster Williams. Shout out to Milwaukee. I will be out there June 18th for the Reform Felon Ball. Let's hang out. Shout out to all my ex-felons who came home who doing something positive.
You better call and get your free tickets while they last.
Free food and admission. Donations are accepted at the door. Pick up your tickets at All Star Variety Shop, 4620 West on Burleigh, or call 414-509-4808. This is an AB and Winky Blue production.
Adrian was seriously injured when a careless driver merged into her lane.
Gruber was there for everything that I needed. Any questions that I had, Gruber was there. They made me feel like everything about my situation and my accident was very important to them, and that made me feel good. And I would definitely call Gruber again for that.
Serving Wisconsin for over 35 years, Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
They go above and beyond for their clients.
When you join Educators Credit Union, you're not just another number or just another customer. You're a member owner. As a member owner, you can expect a team of people by your side helping you make informed financial decisions. Educators Credit Union is open to anyone who lives or works in southeastern Wisconsin, no matter your career. Learn more at ECU.com. That's ECU.com. Federally insured by NCUA.
Miller High Life, the champagne of beers, has called Milwaukee home since 1903. And Miller High Life is proud to sponsor the Milwaukee Juneteenth celebration. Miller High Life and Beer Capital Distributing.
PWD surveillance, clear as day. 4K resolution or better, keep troubles away. Don't let poor surveillance set you back. Bank account can't handle that. Crime rising, that's a fact. PWD HD surveillance. Give us a call today, 414-445-5793.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Do you know that your still calls my line? Do you know that your still drives me wild? You thought gonna leave me, but that you love me. Hey, as long as my love me, I don't get no, I'm good.
1017 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. DJ Brother Z on the ones and twos. We got guests, Truth Nation. We got Armani Millions in the building. We got Milwaukee community activist Von Mays in the building. Hey, we talking about PeaceDayMKE. This is happening at 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. at the Washington Park Band Shell. And many times when we talk about the youth, this is a great, event. So make sure that y'all tell y'all young people, head up over to Washington Park now. After Juneteenth, go over there because there's going to be entertainment, food, fun, resources for the young people. How can we continue to help y'all do things like this?
I mean, like I said, it's going to be I know we're talking about a calendar or something where we'll put out that I have a host of different stuff that everybody's doing so that we can all support, in a roundabout. When I ain't got something going on, they got something going on, and you know what I'm saying? We're going to keep it going like that. And that way we have that moving cycle of stuff.
Right. Kind of like the festival season.
Yeah.
They done lined up all the festivals now.
Or how like NPS put out this book of activities and stuff that's going on, but ain't nobody really,
looking at it. Right.
Because the energy ain't there for that. Like I tell people, like, you can put out information, but if you don't have a connection with the people you're trying to reach, it's going to fall flat.
Right. Yeah.
Follow T4T's
T4TCMKE.com
on Instagram. Donate whatever you can donate. I don't care if it's a bike. I don't care if it's a towel. I don't care if it's a couple dollars. I don't care whatever.
Or your time.
Whatever you can, or your time. Whatever you can donate to this movement, to what we doing. Donate it. Whatever you can. Follow us. We are Our Money LLC. I mean Our Money Entertainment 414. But this is something different, but we're together.
Right.
Okay.
It's called MK Agency. So it's kind of like we all teaming up. Vaughn, KB, Meech. It's a multiple entities that all got good intent that's teaming up to do this. So any one of these entities, hit us up and come ask us what we doing.
Right.
Come help us out.
Right. We need real genuine people, man. Like this
genuine people.
You know how all the staffing and all the stuff they invest down there at Juneteenth, they ain't really trying to take too much from that. So this is a totally like resident community-led effort where we're getting volunteers, we're paying youth, you know what I'm saying, stipends to be a part of it. Like this is totally, and beyond this is an opportunity that can extend, bringing back our own Jam for Peace that we control.
This really the
major
first
artists
time
come
for an
here.
event like this, though. A free concert at the Washington
in the middle of the community,
right?
Not down at Summerfest grounds or State Fair.
And we've been trying to. People been trying to find out ways to use that band shell. It was just sitting over there with all those seats.
And
out there.
Seating, and it's beautiful.
It was made for us to go over there.
The tree, they got the trees with the flowers on the trees. They got all kind of stuff out there.
And just sitting out there watching the park.
Sitting there,
right?
And y'all about to bring some life to it.
It's finna be on fire, in a good way.
Y'all got food out there? What's going on with the food?
I think we got some food vendors.
I know, Von, you was out there grilling out at Sherman Park for years. You was serving up.
But I ain't gonna be cooking it. No, I'm not doing that no more.
So, Lumi, what are we having?
Come on, Numi. Now we talking food now. You said you was gonna let them handle the event, but we need you to talk about the food.
Let's go to the food. There's gonna be the first 500 people get free meals.
Okay.
Half.
So they're gonna be barbecuing out there. There's gonna be food trucks going on. We did make sure that all of the food truck vendors are going to be making sure that their prices are reasonable. So like their normal prices are dropped.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of free stuff. So from haircuts, from tattoos, henna tattoos to face painting. Yeah. They're going to be doing.
Is it bouncy house?
Bouncy houses, enter the spades tournaments. You know, guys like to play cards.
Spades,
and
right.
spades and
Domino.
What? Domino
so
tournament?
we don't have the whole little, you know.
I'll play a game against you.
Hey, we can do it live on the air. You know what I mean?
My favorite, Wani and Aaron, they call Bank Boys.
Yeah.
They're going to be doing the Dance for Peace segment. So these boys, like when I say energy is up there, they go crazy. They be dancing, and so it's going to get the kids involved. A lot of the kids like to do dance and stuff like that.
Fun,
so we have different ways for them to enter different contests, and talent shows, and prizes. Painting going on, live art going on.
See, that's what I'm
it's
talking
gonna be
about.
a lot of stuff going
Plus
on.
performances for free. Tell me you seen something like this in Milwaukee.
Hey, look,
tell me you seen
this
something
almost
like this in Milwaukee.
First time.
This almost like our summer jam.
You hear me?
Facts.
You hear me?
The jam
And not
for
only,
That's
you know,
what
you
it
get, artists opportunity to be on the same stages of JPs and all of them, you know what I'm saying, which helps them.
Meet and greet.
Young MKE is how old? 8 years old. She'll
8
be
years
performing.
old. Prodigy.
You know,
Y'all finna see Milwaukee Prodigy.
Okay.
so we got some positive stuff mixed in there because again, the message is peace. Security definitely gonna be up top. You know, we got security companies, we got volunteers, we got peacekeepers out there. You know, it'll be a totally family type of environment. You know what I'm saying? So people are bringing their kids. People can come with their teenager. All that good
Bring
stuff.
your kids.
Yeah.
Bring your
And we're going to
kids.
be
This is
having
what this is about. That's
registration
my-
stuff going on because Ron was mentioning too. You know, there's youth programs. There's other, events that we have coming up. You know what I'm saying? So it'll be a great time to stop in some of them resource tables. I know our table specifically, we're going to be doing registration for next year's One World Music Festival. You know what I'm saying? So people can get registered for that.
Man, it's
We're
coming.
also the
It's
lock-ins that Von has coming up. There's a lot of different stuff that we're trying to make sure the youth got stuff to do. Anybody that has job opportunities for
Please
the youth,
come down.
pull up. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Please come down.
it's free for you to get your resources.
Right.
You know,
If you want to teach the kids how to play chess,
if this is a time, if you want to connect with the youth, if you got programs, recruit.
It's
It's
sad
time to
you
recruit,
gotta
right?
beg people to come give you resources, right?
Have your
crazy.
flyers handing
But
them out.
but like I said, if you got any ideas that you've been working on that you want to connect with the young people, this is the time to come out.
Man.
People always asking, what's the cheat code to change things? What's the cheat code to change things? It's only one answer: the youth. We got to start over, y'all. We got to start over with them. You know what I'm saying? That's the biggest thing to me. So bring your kids, bring your nieces, bring your nephews. This is a family day trip.
Right.
Come through, man.
Get
For
active.
the city.
I'm excited to see this because the thing is, this is what we've been talking about. trying to make the connection, trying to right the ship,
Right.
trying to get
that's what I'm saying.
everybody in a space where the resources is there, the activities is there, the influence is there,
Yeah.
so we can move on.
Yeah, we got to build that, like you said, that support. If we say we doing something, and at the end of the day, the bar is set high because, again, we've had violence recently, you know what I'm saying, and then we've had violence on this particular day for the past 2 years. So if we say this is an effort we're doing to combat that, support it.
Right.
You shouldn't be out there scraping and scrambling to give a solution to the city and nobody is trying to hear because they ain't the ones doing it or because they scared. We ain't scared. Get out our way and just make sure that we can be successful. You know what I'm saying?
And I'll say that that's not enough people that are in high places that's trying to make sure that everything is given to the people that's willing to do the work. And that was my biggest gripe. It's not nothing personal. We just want the right people in the right positions to make change. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. It's nothing personal. It's not nobody like you or dislike you. It's just we got a lot of things going on in the city of Milwaukee when it comes to the north side. And we just need the right people doing the right things for the right people who are willing to put in the work.
Right.
That's it. And if you got a problem with that, you trash because it's just time. It's no longer time to allow the right people to exhaust themselves without the resources.
For sure. Y'all was just talking sports a little bit before we came here. So in the sports terminology, I'm going to put this. Our city is a football team. Everybody got to play their position and do their position at the highest level. The quarterback can't do what the running back going to do.
Right.
The running back can't do what the wide receiver going to do. The wide receiver can't do what the D-line. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is going to be big. Everybody got to play their position, and we need people with good intent. It's simple.
Yeah, we got to shift and change the culture.
But
Unfortunately,
the energy is universal.
Man,
For sure.
Yes. Yeah,
For sure.
We just got to introduce that change because Milwaukee is a city where, unfortunately, the quarterback want to be everybody else's team too.
Exactly.
Like they see you running and you getting praised for running, now they want to run too.
Yeah.
So that's just the culture of the city. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
that ain't your position, boss.
a lot of this stuff got to change.
Right. But I think it's powerful too because again, we talking about individuals that's in their own lane. We can't talk about it. We have to be about it. And a lot of the time, everybody is talking, and without that action, I think teaching our children to be authentic, within themselves, so they don't have to try to be like somebody else. The goal is to get them to be who they are. Right. And I think we moving out of the time of materialism into being creative. It's about what you have and what you bring to the table. And in the same period of time, if everybody's specializing in their own lane, we don't have no traffic.
And not only that, we already know what lane you in because we see your actions.
Facts.
Yeah.
So we know when you stepping out of your lane because this ain't what your actions is telling.
And what actions do?
Hey,
speak louder than
all
words.
I'm saying is some people be way over here with it, but then they be trying to come way over here with it, you know. And let the people who are willing to make those sacrifices, who are willing to chase the tangible outcomes, be in the spaces that they are developing and blossoming and pour water on it, put the sunlight on it, grow it up. We always reach for ideas from other cities. This is the one thing I don't like about Milwaukee. This is the one thing I hate about this city. We'll go grab an idea from somebody that worked in another place and try to bring it to Milwaukee when we got people right here that's being ignored, that's willing that have things that are working well, that they don't work to enhance those ideas. I don't need an idea from somewhere else. I need an idea that's going to work for what we're doing right now in my town with the people that's here, and these people are being overlooked.
Facts. Or downplayed.
Or just ignored because they don't want them to shine from within the city. They want something else from somewhere else to justify, okay, we're going to take an idea from somewhere else and give it to somebody that nobody don't know to work it. So like I said, y'all doing the right thing. Y'all definitely doing the right thing. And I'm hoping that those that can, that are in places, in spaces that can make it a successful event, give y'all the resources to make sure that y'all can continue what y'all do.
That's the only thing. Milwaukee is I feel like it's probably the only major city, because Milwaukee is a major city. People don't know it. We a major city. That really the city hasn't got behind the urban community
right,
like that. that's just being 100. You can look at history. I study history. I love it. You know what I'm saying? Milwaukee is like the only city. And now that the city kind of getting behind it, we got to make sure this is a good event, y'all. We got to go enjoy ourselves. And this got to be about the kids. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
It's
going to do what it's supposed to do.
That's what it's about, our young people and public safety.
That's what this is
and
about.
If you have any interest and, any real passion towards either of those things, you can't say no to this event. I know people just look at stuff like it's a concert and they don't get it, but it's more than a concert. You know what I'm saying?
It's a resource.
Man, it's so much opportunity in this, beyond that. And for so many different levels of people, like we were initially with the vendors, we wanted to go after people who want to be chefs, who want to start up a bit. You know what I'm saying? Like those are the people we want to go after first and help boost their business and help promote them.
Right.
These artists who may be lesser known, throwing them in with the ones who the most know. Like you got to get them opportunities.
Yeah.
Not to mention having young people, we're doing a 3-day cleanup. You know what I'm saying? They'll be paid a stipend for participating in the cleanup and for helping facilitate the event from beginning to end. Like cash dollars, you know what I'm saying? Creating jobs for them to do. You know what I'm saying? So it's just so much that could be done with this on a regular basis. And I hope that people see, because whether rain, sleet, or snow or shine, we gonna be outside tomorrow.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna be lit and it's gonna be
what the weather is tomorrow, since you brought that up.
It's gonna be hot.
I think it's gonna be hot tomorrow.
It's been hot anyway. But it's one place where when it's cold we complain, when it's hot we complain.
Hey, not me. I love the heat.
Hey.
No complaints.
Hey, look, it's Milwaukee.
You're gonna find something to complain about.
Well, look, I appreciate y'all for coming on the show. I'm gonna give y'all the last words. Armani Millions, Von Mays.
Okay.
Know me.
I'm going to just say this quick. This is for the city. Don't forget that this is for the city. Our youth, our elders, and everybody in the middle. Let's have a good time. Let's enjoy ourselves, and let's elevate each other. That's it. Good energy.
Hey, I just want to give a shout out to not only the artists, but the team. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that's involved with the organizing of this, and then some of our major sponsors, Wisconsin Voices, Michelle Pitts, Big Clean, MKE, UGHI, West Care, and Unite Wisconsin, among many others. But we need y'all support. So if you can, again, support, we got a day or so we'll be meeting at Washington Park. They're actually there now, but we'll be formally meeting there at 5 to go do a run through and, you know what I'm saying, do some last minute call outs for support and all that. And then, man, we'll see y'all tomorrow.
Hey, look, I'm looking for a powerful day tomorrow, and I'm telling no violence on Juneteenth Day.
I'm claiming it already.
Peace.
No violence.
Days, MKE.
There you go. Peace Day.
Come with the love.
This for the city.
Hey.
Come with the love. Let's let everybody know that we can pull off anything we want to do, because not only is these our children, this is our community.
Yes.
Hey, well, I appreciate y'all for coming on the show.
Yes, sir.
Make sure y'all follow T4TCMKE on Instagram and Our Money ENT on Instagram and _414. I'm sorry. But make sure y'all follow us and tap in with us, and we're going to make sure that we respond.
Okay.
All right, Truth Nation. When we come back, we'll have more conversations. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
The Tory Lowe Show returns after this on 1017 The Truth app and 1017thetruth.com.
Come escape to Lake Lawn Resort. Enjoy stunning lakeside views, on-site golf, award-winning spa, and numerous dining options, including 1878 on the lake. Dive into the pools, explore water sports, or relax by the lakeside fire pits. Experience Lake Lawn Resort's newly renovated guest rooms, part of a multi-million-dollar upgrade for ultimate comfort and luxury. Whether it's a romantic getaway, family vacation, or corporate retreat, Lake Lawn Resort has it all. Book your stay at Lake Lawn Resort today and discover the perfect blend of adventure and relaxation.
Attention Wisconsin, Eagle Sports Range is now open, proudly claiming the title of Wisconsin's largest indoor range. Enjoy 40 lanes, unlimited range time, no reservations needed, and an impressive selection of 100 firearm rentals with unlimited swaps. Experience the thrill like never before. Visit Eagle Sports Range at 2525 East Layton Avenue in Cudahy. Text TRUTH to 414-375-6030 for a free range pass. Valid for one person only, expires within 48 hours. That's 414-375-6030.
It's time for Truth Takes, a thought-provoking commentary on the new 1017 The Truth. Here is Dr. Ken Harris with his truth.
We're at a turning point in Milwaukee's political history as we go towards the end of this year and into 2025. The choices we make now will have a lasting impact on our city in the future. The impending financial difficulties necessitate a cooperative strategy that unites every aspect of our society to create long-term fixes. There has never been any question about the tenacity and the spirit of Milwaukeeans, and it is this strength that we need to utilize more than ever. Our future depends on creative problem solving, utilizing cross-border alliances, and being dedicated to making sure that all Milwaukeeans' voices, especially those of the historically marginalized, are acknowledged and heard during the policymaking process. Prioritizing equitable development will ensure that long-standing imbalances are addressed and economic growth will benefit all Milwaukee citizens. You know, it's essential to make investments in Milwaukee's public services, infrastructure, educational systems in order to both prevent the budget crisis and create a more robust and energetic city. Now, as we traverse these obstacles, let us never forget that our community is our most valuable resource. And by working together, we can overcome any challenge and create a future that embodies Milwaukee's greatest qualities, which are resilience, being inclusive, and being a successful city.
This has been Truth Takes on the new 1017 The Truth. Listen to The Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris, weekdays from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m.
This Associated Bank Sports Update on 1017 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Alex Tellez. The Milwaukee Brewers started their series on the road versus the Angels with a 5-3 loss on Monday. They pick it back up on this Tuesday. Tobias Myers is expected to take the mound versus Jose Soriano. First pitch is scheduled for 8:38, with coverage beginning over on WTMJ at 8. Brewers still currently sit at first place in the division with a 5.5 game lead. Finally, over in basketball, the Boston Celtics are the 2024 NBA champions after their 106-88 win in Boston over Dallas in Game 5. Jaylen Brown winning Finals MVP for Boston and the series. Boston now stands alone at the top of the NBA with the most championships with 18. This sports update brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams, member FDIC.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Turn my headphone down a little bit. Yeah. 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 How much money you got? 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 A lot. How much money you got? A lot. How many problems you got? A lot. How many people done doubted you? A lot. Left you out to rot? A lot. How many pray that you flop? A lot. How many lawyers you got? A lot. How many times you got shot? A lot. How many you shot? A lot. How many times did you ride? A lot. How many done died? A lot. How many times did you cheat? A lot. How many times did you lie? A lot. How many times did she leave? A lot. How many times did she cry? A lot. How many chances she done gave you? Around with these thighs. Every day that I'm alive, I'ma ride with this stick. I'd rather be broke in jail than be dead and rich. Told my brothers take my breath if I turn to a snitch. But I'm 21 for L, ain't no way I'ma switch.
1017 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. DJ Brother Z on the ones and twos. We got Elizabeth Brown in studio as usual.
Yeah.
Hey, Queen, I'm going to tell you right now, the energy.
Yeah, it's real.
The energy is real.
Yes.
People won't change.
Yes, people becoming changed. And that's exactly what we have to do. I'm a true believer that we're moving out of the materialism into the creativity. And when we move into the creativity realm, then people start to bust certain moves that's beneficial, for everybody. Again, what they doing is amazing. salute to them again, because we know we've been out here a long time,
right?
And these faces are familiar because we all been on the grind for the greater good of our community. And I can't say it more. The people that's getting paid not working, it's those of us that are working that's not getting paid, and it's time to change that around, because in reality, we're the next elders. You understand?
Right.
Like, it's
and they
our
got them
turn.
city houses waiting on us with the infestation. If we don't make the change, that's where we're gonna end up.
All facts.
And the youth
All
with
facts.
the NPS.
Yes.
They're creating a prison, pipeline.
Facts.
And they're mismanaging the funds.
Yes.
And the thing is, we got to make sure that we're paying attention to this, because we looking for a brighter future. But if you look at the people that's ahead of us, that's our elders right now, many of them are suffering in these city-owned units.
Facts.
City-ran units.
Yes.
And there's an uproar.
It is
when it comes to what's going on with our elders, and when it comes to our youth that are in the system, that are in these structures.
You can tell a lot about a community, again, when you're looking at the babies, when you're looking at the elders.
Right.
You can tell a lot about a community, and ours is suffering. And we're right there in the middle, where if we don't transition now,
right,
we the elders. And then it's our children. And again, a child that haven't been protected, why would they want to protect? In reality, it's our turn, King. And
I agree.
I'm a true believer in everything that we doing is not in vain. And a majority of the time, we don't understand. But it's a method to the madness.
I agree. And when we talk about change, it starts with us. And I'm begging everybody to get out, talk to the youth.
Yes.
Get them involved in what's going on. When people are creating ideas of influence in a positive direction, make sure that y'all may have something to do, but sometimes the greater good of the outcome, meaning to participate.
Yes. And see it.
Yeah. And many times these kids need to see the positive things.
Facts.
To be exposed to the more positive things that are going on in the city of Milwaukee, and get around people that are focused.
Yes.
With the energy to put in to make those changes and are active. And a lot of people come up with ideas, but they're not active enough to pull it off.
Correct.
That buddy system, they'll create something with their friends with the right title.
Yeah.
With the right understanding, but that person may not have the energy to pull it off, or the wherewithal to pull it off. That's why I say a lot of this, that why it's not working, is because it came from a fake, not authentic.
There was
space.
no good intention behind it.
Right.
Correct.
It was just a great idea. Hey, let's take this idea, let's do it like this, and then we're gonna get my buddy off the couch to run it.
Facts.
You can't jump off the couch and think you're going to get into what's going on in the neighborhood. And when you're in the buddy system, they just pluck people.
They do.
They own people.
They create. None of it is
knowing
organic.
that people are not on the ground in the middle dealing with these things head on. But they get the money.
Yep.
Knowing that friend can pass them the money in a different way, redirect the money to their buddies, and then they'll get it on the back end somewhere.
You are correct.
And this is how Milwaukee has been ran for the longest.
Habitual with line stepping, overstepping the lines, clicking up to lock out. Again, it's the wicked's job to try to make it so difficult for the righteous that we cave in and join them. But it's a new day. Again, it's a frequency. When you hear the misleadership of Milwaukee, you hear them say, there's a spotlight on this city. Like the world is looking at us. But at the same time, these are the same individuals that misrepresent what's truly going on in the city of Milwaukee. Because in reality, especially when it comes to our children, the world is looking at us.
Right.
We are game changers. And this is the pivotal time for us to be able to not only see our children, be able to talk to our children, be able to lead them. And this is what's so powerful about what Von them is doing, because we were just talking yesterday about, tomorrow making it your business. to see a youth and ask them, do they understand what Juneteenth is?
Right.
Because again, the reality, you can't expect or hold somebody accountable for something that they don't know. In reality,
are they even being taught this?
If they were, I don't think we would have, you know, the energies that be out there. The importance of this, we wasn't taught.
Right.
What it was truly about. And when there is no lesson behind it, of course you can go or mess something up because you don't understand really what it is that's transpiring that day, because we've been always taught about the 4th of July.
Right.
You know, which was a lie. You understand?
Well, it's not our Independence Day.
It was a lie. It was told to us like it was.
Right. And the thing is, Juneteenth is really what we need to be celebrating for everybody, because if nobody's independent, then, hey,
come on,
it can't just be one group.
Facts.
Until we all free.
Period. Yep. All facts.
All I'm gonna say is this, you know, even though we got a long way to go, we're making strides, and there are people out here that's trying to make strides to make that connection for a better tomorrow for our youth, and we need to back that.
Yeah.
We need, and even though I've been out here in this city, and the city have done, the Democratic ran city,
come on,
have not backed anything I was doing
ever.
So I don't see the need to even include them in their leadership into making the difference, because I had to do it without them. So I don't see the reasoning.
There is no reason,
because I was able to do a lot from the fact that they did not try to, you know, grow what was going on out here organically, that was going out here in the streets. And don't believe the lie that we need to go outside of the city to get things done. That's a lie. There are people that are willing to sacrifice to make these changes that don't get supported, that live right here in the city of Milwaukee. And their ideas are being stolen, and the energy is not there for that idea because it was a stolen idea.
Correct.
And they didn't know what the energy and the time and the energy that it took to actually develop the concept. But it looked great on paper.
Exactly.
It looked real good as a mission statement.
And it's a lot of that in the city of Milwaukee. But like you said, you know, it's a new time. Those of us that have been out here, we're starting to Votron, because, again, in reality, when you busy working, you usually wind up bumping into other people that's working.
Right.
And when you do that, it's time to support that. And like Von was saying, you know, if you are an elder and you feel like there's a disconnect, this is the time to get active. You know, go to this at Washington Park just to see how they're reacting, because a lot of times we have elders who feel like, you know, just because the kids are cursing, that they're being disrespectful. But no, this is their era. Just like in our era, there were certain things that was going on, and you need to make it clear that there is no judgment there. You taking it personal, and it has nothing to do with you. You know, this is how they communicate. And in reality, just like a homeless person, if you talk to them, you realize how educated they were, how much they own, how much knowledge they have. Now is the time. How do elders stay in the game? Because they need to be around. Because when you think about, for instance, the product of a family, especially the black family, you know, the grandma comes in, she usually babysits the kids and stuff like that, which keeps her young. But at the same time, she drops,
get on her nerves.
Yeah, but she dropped the gems.
She
dropped the gems to the youth. You know, and we need each other.
Everybody has their place in our community.
Yes.
And when you ignore your place, then you may not get that respect when you show up. And you think that that's supposed to be there.
For real.
And in this generation of social media, a lot of we take it for granted that people may have some type of moral base, or some type of structure, or some type of plan for their lives. Now people going off vibrations.
As they should.
And they're trying to feel if you're a nice person, if you love, they can feel that.
Yes, especially our children. They're very open to it, and they'll let you know. I know you here for a check. I know you ain't originally here for me. You understand? Because they're able to feel. That's the beautiful thing about our youth. And in reality, I think, you know, it's just time for us as a people to just let each other know that I see you.
Right.
I see you. I feel you. You understand?
Right.
Like, I don't have to understand exactly what you're going through. I just need you to understand that I'm here with you in this moment for this period of time. And I want you to know that you got my undivided attention. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's usually all we need, even me and you as advocates.
Right.
Sometimes you just need somebody to say, look, it's going to be okay. Or a person just standing next to you that you know that this person know what it is you're going through. We don't have to have conversations.
Right.
A lot of our conversations are not even talking.
Right.
It's in peace because we out here working together.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
sometimes you ain't got to say nothing if you know what's going on. You just got to be there.
Period.
Hey, look, when we come back, Truth Nation, we're going to have more conversation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
It's that time of the year, Truth Nation, for our Truth Walk Against Violence. Violence is a problem which impacts all of us, but together we can make a difference. This is why I need you to join me and the Truth team on Saturday, July 20th from 9 to noon for our second annual Walk Against Violence. Enough is enough. Now it's time to bring an end to senseless violence in our community and encourage a safer Milwaukee for us all. Join our Walk Against Violence on Saturday, July 20th. Visit 1017thetruth.com and sign up today. Together, we can bring an end to violence.
Enough is enough.
What distinguishes Old National Bank from other lenders in helping people buy their first home and furthering their small businesses?
One thing that really makes us stand out is our grants. We have two really big grants right now specifically for first-time home buyers buying in Milwaukee County. The first one is for $15,000. They have to be buying within Milwaukee County and reach certain income limits. And then the second one is for $20,000, and that is through the Federal Home Loan Bank of Indiana. We're headquartered in Indiana, as you know, Denise. So that is a second grant, and that is really the highest, most robust grant program throughout the entire southeastern Wisconsin area. So it's it's up to $35,000 essentially that a person could be receiving for their first home. If you are in a position that you're looking to buy your first home throughout Milwaukee County, please give me a call. Please contact me. I'm more than happy to help everybody that I can.
And what's your number, Anna?
Sure.
How can they reach you?
414-978-0283.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know whether it's a new home or a new car. You've worked hard to achieve your dreams, and we work hard to protect them so you can enjoy the utmost peace of mind. Save up to 23% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
The Wisconsin Black Chamber of Commerce will find its 6th pitch competition finalists at the third Thursday networking event featuring the pitch competition at Mobay Cafe, June 20th, 5 to 9 p.m., 1022 First Street. Come on out, network, eat, and support your friends or the best contestant in the pitch competition. That's June 20th, 5 to 9 p.m., Mobay Cafe, 1022 First Street. Visit the website for more details, twbcc.com. That's twbcc.com.
Miller High Life, the champagne of beers, has called Milwaukee home since 1903. And Miller High Life is proud to sponsor the Milwaukee Juneteenth celebration. Miller High Life and Beer Capital Distributing.
PWD surveillance, clear as day. 4K resolution or better, keep troubles away. Don't let poor surveillance set you back. Bank account can't handle that. Crime rising, that's a fact. PWD HD surveillance. Give us a call today, 414-445-5793.
You are listening to The Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Carter Z, you going too crazy.
Pop out bull, yeah. I'ma show do it, yeah. Ain't nothing to it, yeah. Run your money up, then do it, yeah. It's blew it, yeah. She ain't have faith that I can do it. Now I'm big dude, I been stepping out jets. Your new boyfriend can't do it, yeah. This life, yeah. 800K on ice, ooh. 50K light, spent it on Ray and wipes, yeah. Both wrists hitting, chill like boo, what you getting? Around me gon' spin, Drake got a twin, too. Grrr.
101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe Show. DJ Brother Z on the ones and twos. Elizabeth Brown in studio.
Hey, yo.
Elizabeth Brown. Trump is in Racine.
Yeah.
And we was working to get the show in Racine today.
Right.
We was working to get it in there, but due to timing and the minimum amount of time we probably would have had, it just would have been better to reschedule an idea if Trump could actually be on the show.
Facts.
So Trump is in Racine, and I think it's going to be going down in the 3 o'clock hour.
Yeah.
So if there's any footage, DJ Brother Z, from the rally, we're going to try to play that right here on the Tory Lowe Show. But once again, it's amazing to be a part of what's going on right now, where you get to ask questions with the Biden administration and the Trump administration concerning our communities. And
right.
This is where I've been saying for years, we have to be in these rooms.
We do.
And we have to have these tough conversations.
Yes.
And we cannot allow fear-mongering.
Facts.
Or, when people try to fear-monger you, they're playing on your ignorance.
Yes.
The boogeyman concept. And many times on both sides, they'll do it. But it's always important for you to have that sit down, and you can do it.
Yeah.
Like the RNC is coming.
Yeah.
I say get up there.
Yes.
Because there's a lot of money coming into the community.
A whole lot of money. And again, what we have to understand, because we loyal to a fault.
Right.
But what we have to understand, that the name of the game, if you truly saying it's about getting money, we have to make sure we remember that this is a Democratic stronghold and they allowed it to come here. You understand what I'm saying? So in reality, those of you who feel like, that you not loyal, if you go and see what's going on, you have the problem. Because the reality is you don't have to like Joe Biden or Trump to make no money. The RNC is here, so you need to sell shirts that's going to promote the RNC to get you some money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If the DNC was here, then you sell shirts that's going to get you money with that. Again, you don't have to be biased. You supposed to be in the middle, because we're talking about economics.
Right.
When it comes to economics, because Democrat or Republican, at the end of the day, they one and the same. And they're pushing whatever it is that they're pushing, and the goal is for you to have enough know-withal to know that you can be on either side. The goal is for you to make sure that you're producing for your family just like everybody else is.
I agree. Get down there, get that money.
Get that money.
$100 and some million expected to come through.
Man.
And you sitting on the couch.
You talking about, no, because I don't know. The goal is for you to go check it out, because the reality, whether you go or not,
money gonna be made.
These millions being made, and you just have missed out.
And look, I'm gonna tell you right now, if you're really understanding that the city brought it here because of the money factor.
Exactly, and it's a Democratic stronghold. They brought it here. It's allowed here because they understand. So in reality, it's time for you to understand and stop feeling like you have to pick a side. Stand in the middle and utilize both sides, because in reality, at the end of the day, it always boils down on the people's back. So the people have to get with the program and understand that it's a game. You just need to know how to play it.
Hey, look, when we come back, we'll have more conversation, Truth Nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
We are excited to be back celebrating the 53rd annual Juneteenth celebration in Milwaukee. Make sure you join us Wednesday, June 19th, as we broadcast live from the Juneteenth celebration from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Stop by our table to play games, win Truth swag, and say what's up to your favorite Truth teammates. The 1017 The Truth celebration of Juneteenth is presented by our founding partners, American Family Insurance, Gruber Law Offices, Associated Bank, and is sponsored by Tayback Law, Molson Coors, and Educators Credit Union.
Research shows that high-quality teachers have the greatest impact on student success during the school day. By shaping their students, they are shaping the future. Yet while actors have Oscars, musicians have Grammys, and athletes have gold medals, exemplary educators who prepare every profession are just not recognized enough. The Milken Educator Awards set out to change that by surprising outstanding educators across the nation with $25,000 prizes. and providing a platform to celebrate, elevate, and activate the profession.
Erica Stevens!
The awards were created by Lowe Milken of the national nonprofit Milken Family Foundation. The journey to surprising the 3,000th Milken educator is in full swing. Who will be next?
Honey, they chose me.
Celebrate teachers, value teachers, thank teachers.
My name is Ariel. When I arrived in the U.S. at 19, I struggled to find job opportunities without my high school diploma. My entire life changed when I took a chance and got my high school diploma at age 22. Everything I have, my education, my career, my marriage, I owe to the Adult Literacy Center and my teachers. They were with me every step of the way, helping with my English and math, making sure I pushed through all the challenges.
Ariel, your success proves that what I'm doing as a teacher has real meaning.
It was an honor helping you achieve your greatness. Now you're helping others achieve theirs. It inspires me.
Education was the key that unlocked all my opportunities.
When you graduate, they graduate. Find free and supportive adult education centers near you at finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Listen to the man who tells you exactly how he sees it. The Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris every weekday from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. on 101.7 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station.
We need each other.
That's facts.
I need my sisters. I need my brothers out here.
A coward dies 1,000 deaths, and for all the bootlickers, may you die 1,001.
The place for the realest conversations.
Tory, Lowe want all the action, or you want all the smoke? I'm with all that smoke too, man.
I didn't see Ron Johnson. He trash. Chisholm is trash. How the hell you here to help us and your kids are dying in the street?
I understand that this is Milwaukee and everyone believes that if someone says something, it's snitching. It's not.
I don't care if it's the pastor. If you see the pastor ain't acting right, you check that fool. Where's the results?
Talking topics that need to be highlighted and discussed in our communities.
Would you trade places with a black person?
Yeah, sure. No, I would not.
Have you ever said the N-word? Come on, be the truth. We on the truth.
Unfiltered and unfazed. This is the Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth and The Truth app.
The reason I believe that racism is getting worse is because whites know that they will be outnumbered in about 20, 21 years. They're going to be outnumbered.
Hey, Tory, man. How are you doing, brother? I'm actually from India. We brown people can totally relate with you. And sometimes it's like, did that just happen to me? We have to not let the government mind efforts either.
That cop ain't never been brought to the public because he ain't normal, and he may not even exist no more.
Say no more. Release the video.
You know, you keep on doing what you're doing, man. You're going to take over this talk radio, man. Just keep on focusing on what you're focusing on. I wish you a lot of love.
God bless you, brother.
Now, live from the American Family Insurance Studio in Milwaukee, here is Tory Lowe.
Justice Wisconsin, the truth, the most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM, the movement continues. Yeah. Milwaukee, stand up. It's Tory Lowe, the truth. From 1 to 4, we about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice, we want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tory Lowe from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready.
101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe. Tory Lowe Show live from American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue. The movement continues. The marathon continues right here on 101.7 The Truth. Thank you for joining me for the third hour of the Tory Lowe Show. The queen, the author, the advocate, Elizabeth Brown in studio.
Hey, yo.
We got a guest on the line. We got Diante Johnson, president of the Black Conservative Federation. How you doing, Diante?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Hey, look, Trump is in Racine today. And, I appreciate you for coming on the lines because you are not only the president of the Black Conservative Federation, you are a person that feels that Trump is the candidate to vote for.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Why are you supporting Donald Trump?
So, I'm originally from Chicago, and for far too long I've seen my community continue to vote for Democrats and the same Democratic policies that hasn't really had much an effect on our community. And I believe that the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. And so I became a Republican, and as a Republican, I'm supporting President Trump. But also, as of right now, we have a very unique experience of having two people who have both served as President of the United States. One served as President of the United States and Vice President of the United States. And we now have the opportunity to say, listen, which person did you have the best life under? Was it better under Trump or was it better under Biden? And if you ask me, I say it was better under Trump.
Now, when we talk about the Black community, the Black vote, a lot of talk about the Black vote this time around, and particularly Black men. When we're talking about the vote, we know that many times when it comes to the presidential election, many people feel like, hey, we don't get anything in return for our votes. And when you talk about Trump and his percentage of Black voters is increasing, why you think that's so?
Well, specifically for Black men, they're now being campaigned to. For far too long, Black men has not been a campaign target. They have not. It has not been something that the Democratic Party has reached out to, and even the Republican Party. And so the Black men have felt like the Democratic Party has forgotten about them. They've kicked them out of society by constantly targeting them in the criminal justice system. They've kicked them out of the households by replacing government for fathers in the homes. But then also they've kicked them out of the birthplace when it comes to deciding on if a child is aborted or not. They've now said that the father decision doesn't matter whether he wants it or not. It's not his decision. It's only the mom and the doctor. And so we've seen Black men be pushed aside. Black men are at the lowest when it comes to education, at the lowest when it comes to economic stability. And I think we've now reached the trajectory where Black men are just tired. They're tired of being at the low of everything, and they want to have the same treatment that we give white men in America, the same treatment that the Democrats give gay men in America, the same treatment that Democrats give illegal immigrants in America. And so they're just standing up and they're ready to be heard.
Now, you made some statements. I seen you made a statement, and you said that after discussing the progress made for Black America throughout Trump's administration, how Joe Biden and the radical left hacked the very soul of our nation, gas prices, inflation, energy independence, and innocence of our children and our nation's educational system. You know that the only candidate that can restore our nation is Donald Trump.
Correct.
Do you feel that? What made you feel, like you said you was a Democrat or people were voting Democrat, why do you feel that way now?
So, if we compare, I think it's going back to just comparing administrations. Black men and the Black community has given the Democratic Party a chance time after time. They gave Joe Biden and Kamala Harris a chance and thinking that they were going to really do something for their communities, and we haven't seen anything. We've seen, since Joe Biden's been president, we've seen illegal immigrants get everything that we've been fighting for since the civil rights movement. They've gotten everything. They've actually gotten it expedited. And so I think that's telling there. When we talk about education, is our children are not reading and writing at their grade level. our education system has failed the black community, has failed black children. And so
how
we
is
need
that
raise
linked
the
to a
standard.
democratic problem, the education system?
Well, we look at the system. We look at the stats in Democratic ran cities, such as Chicago, that is ran by a Democrat. Actually, the school board is appointed by the mayor of Chicago. We look at places like Detroit, where the school board is appointed by the mayor of Detroit. We look at places like Brooklyn and the Bronx. We look at places like even Atlanta, where in Baltimore, where the school systems have failed our black students. And so that there is the statistics are there. You go to the Department of Education, you go to the labor and education statistics. The statistics are there that our children have had a disadvantage.
Mr. Johnson, my name is Liz Brown, and the question that I have for you, I read somewhere that you first ran for political office at age 19, and correct. Our goal is to make sure that our communities, our children, understanding that at that tender age of 19, your reason for running in a political seat, because our goal is to teach our children that they too can get, politically affiliated early on. What would you tell a youth, a black youth at this point, whether it be not, Democrat or Republican, because my goal is not the party, but, vote for your interests. Tell one of our youth or our youth in totality, especially black men, like you stated, with all the facts that you stated, that is factual. I'm sorry. Being that you ran so young, what encouraged you to run for political office at 19 years old, and what advice would you give, black young men and women when it comes to what is boiling down to, which is the black community and the black vote?
So I didn't run because I was encouraged. I ran because I was discouraged. I was discouraged that I was officially, a legal adult and a voting age, and I did not have any representation that was around my age, that even close to my age. And I said, where's our voice? Where is the youth voice? Where's the voice for the younger generation? And I did not see that. And so I ran because of that, and solely because it had nothing to do with Democrat or Republican. It just had to do with we need younger representation. And I believe that is the case even to this day at the national level, whether you're Democrat or Republican is. And we see that, if you go to Capitol Hill, I say all the time that I feel like when I go on Capitol Hill, I'm walking into a retirement home. And that's because we're not seeing anyone. Right. Everyone's over 60, and their handlers are holding their hand as they walk up and down the stairs.
Hey, Joe Biden, 81 years old.
Of America. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
We're not seeing the representation there. And so that was the sole purpose. But also, I believe that for the younger generation is we have to take the reins. Or when it comes time for us to take the reins, we won't know what to do or how to do it. And so I do think, I don't want to discount the age of politicians. I don't want to discount the age and the wisdom of politicians, but we have to jump in there and learn from them, because we don't want to repeat the same things over and over again as time progresses and as we go from generation to generation. So it's very important to take as much, whether it's good or bad, what are the things that we will do differently, what are the things that we will try to do and emphasize more from the older generation. So I think my advice to the younger generation is to get involved now and really understand this thing, because when you become a leader and when you become the next governor, the next mayor, the next senator, next congressman, you know what worked and what did not work.
Diante Johnson, president of the Black Conservative Foundation. What is the Black Conservative Foundation for those that are listening?
So the Black Conservative Federation is an organization where we take conservative principles and place them into non-conservative communities and promoting economic stability, educational advancement, and community involvement. We believe in conservative principles because we believe that conservative principles are the only thing that's going to save the Black community. They're the only thing that can save us. And so those principles are free enterprise, limited government, common sense regulation. Those principles will really will revive our communities and cause them to thrive.
Now, when we talk about the political, you've been in political for a long time. You met Donald Trump.
Yes.
And what were some of the things that he talked about that were your concerns?
Well, the biggest thing is, and the president has, he has repeated this time and time again, is the forgotten community. The forgotten community is the Black community. Being from Chicago, on the south side of Chicago, predominantly the Roseland community, or that community is forgotten, and we know that the community is forgotten because there's no one that is fixing the roads. There's no one that's fixing the dilapidated structures. There's no one that is trying to see how can we help the education in that area improve. But even grocery stores, you have to drive. There's no grocery stores in the community. That is where we have to get back to. And one thing that President Trump did in 2020 when he was president was something called opportunity zones, and that was giving incentives for developers to build in those communities, giving incentives that developers come and build grocery stores, come and build more housing, affordable housing, coming to build and implement more jobs in those communities. And it gave a lot of these neighborhoods the opportunity to thrive, and we've seen some growth from that program.
And I got another question. You hear a lot of the people saying that Trump is against Obamacare, the medical system. That's a bad thing. What is going on there with that conversation when you hear that Trump is trying to undo the healthcare system, and particularly the Obamacare system?
So the first thing is the Democratic Party tied Obama to it just to get to Black people and minorities, because that's how they get to us, is through the emotional side of things. They knew that if they attached Obama's name to it, that the Black community would be married to it forever. But unfortunately, Obamacare does not help the everyday average working American. The everyday average working American that is still has to pay for, when it comes to going to the doctor, they still have to pay high copay. They get a surgery, they still have to pay $2,000 after getting the surgery. And so, I think when it comes to healthcare in America, we have to find a system that works for everyone. And we're not saying a system that works for the rich, but we're saying a system that works for the everyday American, that American that works very hard but does not make enough to pay. They don't make enough to be sick. That's the American that we're talking about, that if they go to the doctor or if they get sick or have to have a surgery, that they're not having to pay off these medical bills for 10 and 20 years and so much medical debt. And so I think we just have to create something that is going to work for Americans, all Americans.
Mr. Johnson, thank you for answering that. The question that I have, because again, the rhetoric that's being pushed back and forth here on the Tory Lowe Show, we are advocating for people to, not choose a side, to stand in the middle, to advocate, for the things that the Black community need. We also had, other conservatives that came on the show, and the question that I have for you, because we know, you just talked about, walking into a old folks home when you're on Capitol Hill, how far removed the conservative parties are when it comes to, real Black issues. The question that I have for you, do you feel, as, a younger but more mature conservative, that you are being heard and that there's some type of connection, because now we understand that black men have been locked out, overlooked, or just downplayed from both sides. As a black man, having the history that you have in the political party and you choosing to be conservative or representing the conservative side, do you feel you're being heard, especially when it comes to black issues in America?
I definitely think I'm being heard. I see a lot of the things that I push for. I hear, non-black politicians push for those all the time now. And so, yes, I definitely think that I'm heard. I think that other black Republicans are heard. I think that we have, 4 black conservative members in the United States House of Representatives that are being heard and are getting support with some of the bills that they're passing, and as well as Senator Tim Scott in the Senate. And so, yes, I think we're being heard. I think that, now more than ever, I think that the Republican Party has transformed. I'll tell you, this is not your granddaddy's, your grandmother's Republican Party anymore. This is the Republican Party of opportunity. This is the Republican Party that want to represent all and give opportunity to all.
All right. Well, anything that we didn't hit on that you think that should be said on the show today before we go to break?
Listen, I'm not here to tell anyone to vote for Joe Biden or vote for Donald Trump. I'm just here to tell people to vote your situation. Vote your situation. If you're tired of your child coming home and not able to read and write or not understand what's happening, or you're tired of your child coming home and not having homework in their book bags, we need to do something in the education system. You need to support school choice. You need to work for the Republican Party. If you're tired of having to work 2 or 3 jobs, it may be time to think about the economy and which party is going to help your pocketbooks the most. If you're tired of the crime in your communities, if you're tired of illegal immigrants taking over your community, it may be time to go and support the party that is trying to stop them from coming and take over our communities. Vote your situations. And listen, I believe personally that life was better with Trump, but I'm not going to convince you that. You have to sit back and look at your situation. And when you go to the voting booth, you have to vote your situation. Times are gone where we just vote Democrat because that's what we've always done. Well, yeah, we've always done that, and we've constantly continued to fall short when it comes to paying bills every month. We continue to fall short when it comes to education. So I'm just telling everyone to vote their situation.
Hey, all right. I think we got something in the chat. Somebody says, ask them the Republican plan for health care. Is there a plan? Do they have a plan?
There is a plan for health care. That's something that's been discussed for a couple of years now. And I believe if you guys continue to pay attention to President Trump, you're going to hear something about that very soon.
All right. Hey, I thank you for coming on,
Diante
so Johnson. Once again, we got Diante Johnson, president of the Black Conservative Federation. Thank you for coming on the show.
We appreciate it.
Thank you. Anytime.
Hey, God bless you, brother. Be safe. Hey, look.
God bless you.
When we come back, Truth Nation, we're going to open up the lines. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. The Truth Family Fest is back. If you're looking for a fun opportunity to showcase your clothing line, restaurant, nonprofit organization, food truck, or small business, look no further than doing it at our Truth Family Fest on Saturday, August 17th. We are currently accepting vendor applications for our festival, and you don't want to miss out on this great opportunity to promote your business and be part of all the fun. For more information or to sign up to be a vendor, visit truthfamilyfest.com.
This is Ambassador Arthur Burks. inviting you to the annual Reform Felons Ball. It all takes place at 100 Gems campus at 6737 North on Titonia Avenue. Tuesday, June the 18th. Doors open up at 6:30 p.m. with special guests Terrence Gangster Williams and Ken Ivey.
Hi, this is Terrence Gangster Williams. Shout out to Milwaukee. I will be out there June 18th for the Reform Felon Ball. Let's hang out. Shout out to all my ex-felons who came home who doing something positive.
You better call and get your free tickets while they last.
Free food and admission. Donations are accepted at the door. Pick up your tickets at All Star Variety Shop, 4620 West on Burleigh, or call 414-509-4808. This is an AB and Winky Blue production.
Saving energy and money is easier than you think. Here are 2 simple things you can do to reduce your energy use and lower your energy bill. Use thermal curtains to reduce each room's energy loss by up to 25%, and make sure vents aren't blocked by furniture or rugs to improve airflow and comfort. Simple, smart savings. Get more energy-saving tips at WeEnergies.com.
We not the geek squad, but we get the problem solved. Computer giving you problems, you need to drop it off. HD surveillance, residential or commercial. PWD computers, call us up and let us know. If you need a custom computer, yeah, we can build it for you. Business brand to help you expand, get more exposure. We offer graphic designs and networking. We keep you connected in the world that's not perfect. PWD Computers, 3800 West Belize Street, 414-445-5793. Monday through Friday, 10:30 to 5.
It's Brewers Cubs. It's the I-94 rivalry. It's your chance to defend American Family Field. Be here June 28th through the 30th for 3 huge Brewers games. Find your spot for the action at brewers.com/tickets.
After an accident, don't wait to get the help you need. Call Gruber Law Offices first. There is no fee until we win your case. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Yeah, birds in the trap, they gon' stink, Mara, serving the act out of big bottle. Don't tell me shut up, you are not my boss. Turn up so much, now I just can't turn off.
Truth Nation. Juneteenth is tomorrow, and you must come down and join us as we broadcast live from Milwaukee's 53rd annual Juneteenth celebration from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Stop by our table to play games, win some Truth swag, and say what's up to your favorite Truth teammates. We can't wait to see you there. 1017 The Truth celebration of Juneteenth is presented by our founding partners, American Family Insurance, Gruber Law Offices, Associated Bank, and sponsored by Tayback Law, Molson Coors, and Educators Credit Union. Also, y'all already know the violence is a problem that affects us all, but together we can make a difference. The award-winning 1017 The Truth wants to ignite positive change and bring awareness to the senseless violence occurring in our community. This is why we're hosting the 2nd annual Truth Walk Against Violence, led by me, Tory Lowe, on Saturday, July 20th, from Victory Over Violence Park down MLK Drive, right in front of our studios, right here at the 3rd Street Market Hall. Over the next month, I will be speaking with community leaders about how we can better provide resources and work as a community to rise up against the violence. If you want to join the fight to stop the violence, go to 1017thetruth.com right now and sign up for our Walk Against Violence on Saturday, July 20th. Once again, y'all got to register. Get your family registered right now, your church, your friends, people in your neighborhood. Let's get out. Let's take a stand together. I really want y'all to bring the young people out too.
Yeah.
So we can make sure that we have great conversations during the walk and talk to them and pour into them and bring awareness about that we got to make the change.
All facts. We are the change. It's happening.
Register now. 1017thetruth.com. We want to see everybody outside.
Yes, bring some of your work friends too. They can come outside and play. You know, again, you have individuals that you work with, and they say, you know, what can I do? Then you tell them, you know, you come out, because again, it's not about, you know, nothing other than because violence touch all families.
Right.
So the reality, if you're out here and you're getting active and you showing up, again, the goal is to stop it from coming
and expose
to our
you
door.
to positive things in the neighborhood. These are positive things that they can be a part of.
Correct.
That have resources and people around them that they can connect with.
Yeah.
This is what we got to get out to. This is what we got to start doing
as a community.
Hey,
salute.
We gonna head to the lines. Al, you on the new 101.7 The Truth. Tap in.
Yeah, I was listening to that Diante Johnson. I don't know who he is, but he's smoking some very strong sugar honey iced tea. And how are you going to talk about education when you're trying to take out black history? And why do they think when it comes to black people, the only thing black people should be happy about is low-income housing? So if you keep them grouped on each other like a bunch of roasters, you don't have to worry about them moving next to you. Then he brought up about, you know, the immigrants. What about the homegrown terrorists? And every time they do a mass shooting, there's always some memorabilia in reference to Trump. I don't know if he's doing coke, snorting, heroin, rollers. I don't think that's right for you. Then he brought up something about, you know, the gay people or something. But what about all the Republicans who was found for raping boys, but only had to register, but didn't have to register on a sex offender list? So I think he needs to go back and do his homework. And what about the 84% of white men by race is known for raping animals? How are you going to help somebody black when you're talking about them like trash? I ain't never known nobody who's going to give you some resource and talk about all the use of violence. So I don't know what kind of black he is. Sound like a bootlicker to me. But I'm just kind of confused. Because if I'm going to help you, I'm not going to deny you. But it just seems funny. Every time it comes to black people, they talk about low-income housing. You think black people, the only thing they're good for is low-income housing and EBT cards? And you know it's more white people on welfare than black people. Right. So I think he needs to do his homework. Because, you know, them waters was kind of murky, and we is not in the Mississippi Delta. Have a great day, and stop frying the catfish hard. Goodbye.
All right, Al.
Al, I like my catfish fried hard.
Hey, thank you for tapping in. Vincent, you're on the new 101.7 The Truth. Tap in.
Good afternoon, Tory Lowe and Ms. Liz.
Blessing, Brother Vincent.
How you doing?
Yeah. You know, I don't know if we're going to fall for this okey doke again about the health care, Barack Obama health care plan. The fact is, Trump had said he had a plan from the beginning when he ran and won. He said they kept saying every day that they had a health care plan and nothing was produced. I don't know if you remember this phrase, repeal and replace. This is what they kept saying. They were going to repeal Obamacare and they were going to replace it with a Republican plan. But nobody never could define what that plan was. And so I don't know if you're going to fall for the okey doke again that they have a plan. The fact is, the Barack Obama health care plan helps people with pre-existing conditions. Insurance companies were kicking you off just because you had a hangnail, kicking off your insurance. The fact is, Barack Obama health care took care of that. The fact is, you can't be kicked off your insurance for any reason for a pre-existing condition. You know, so there's things that does that helps everybody in this country. And another thing, he's never came up with what Trump did under the 4 years that helped anybody. The fact is, he talked about the enterprise zones. The fact is, most of those enterprise zones helped outside communities. That's why they're building stadiums. That's why they're building soccer stadiums and basketball stadiums, and nothing is being built in the black community like that. So the fact is, he never stated the plan that the platform that they're going to bring forth, that Trump is going to bring forth, or anything else. And we never heard a plan from Trump. And so I think the fact is that I think he is in it for what he's in it for. But the fact is that there's no substance to anything that he says or anything that Trump says. That's my point.
Okay.
All right. Thank you for tapping in. White Widow, you're on the new 101.7 The Truth. Tap in.
Calling in to celebrate. I'm calling in to celebrate tomorrow, and history probably you'll never hear in the history books. You know, talk about being Irish. I was raised Irish from an Irish mother. And the fact of the matter is that, we have to give the civil rights movement and the black movement of the 60s kudos for the freedom of Ireland right now. The oppression from England and Ireland was as such as it is in the ghettos of the blacks. It was worse. Dawn murders, the Protestants were gangs, the murders, the women, their hairs being cut off, no jobs, no medicine, no schools. But they watched the civil rights movements of the 60s, the people of Ireland, and it jumped off in 1970. They modeled it after. Success, year 2000, England is out of Ireland. It's self-ruled, and right now it's known that if a mayor in Ireland of a city, even if they're internationally known, if there is potholes in their streets, he's going to get taken out of office. So it's, the black movement is what gave Ireland as a country, Northern Ireland, the motivation and the tools to get freedom. And hopefully, it'll turn back around. I want to celebrate, but I want to remind people that between 1877 and 1950 in Tennessee and Missouri, something you didn't learn in school either, they were called racial terror lynchings. There was 296 of them. These were black journalists, business leaders, teachers, professionals. So what's happening now is that they're making sure our kids never get to that level.
Hey, all right, hey.
Further, thank you.
Mr. Moore, you're on the new 101.7 The Truth. Tap in.
Hey, how y'all doing? Let me turn it down.
Hey,
salute. Hey, salute, Mrs. Liz. She's always salute. I hear that. But listen, I'm not that rhetoric. Come on now, I ain't falling for the okie doke. I understand that y'all, I ain't gonna say y'all. I'm just talking in general. People listen to all this, nonsense. If you really think about it, where them checks come, them some of this checks came from, they ain't come from no president. Them came from the Fed. And the president, they ain't got nothing to do with the Fed. It's Congress. Congress gave y'all them checks. So y'all need to do a little more reading on this. Not y'all. I'm just talking in general. People need to do a little more reading up on stuff. I don't like to go into like that stuff because, people be thinking, in my circles, I got some idiot that be thinking I know too much and stuff like that. But I like to get the information to people. And I chase people away. But I was taught, too, if people don't want to hear what you say, it must be for a reason. They ain't trying to go nowhere. So, I like being by myself half of the time. I don't answer myself, but I do read to myself, and I have a good time doing it because I learned a lot. I think I done messed up my head, though. I think I got a lymphedema or a pulse or something on the back of my head, man. I've been having some horrible headaches. And this stuff that's going on, that stuff that guy was spewing, man, come on now. We got to wake up. If y'all want to change something, let's not only change what's going on, but let's change how we think and start putting individuals that look like us. We need to run for president. Hey. We need to run for vice president.
Facts.
Hey, look, that's why real. We ask the question about the youth. The
exactly.
Youth, sometimes they think they got to wait.
Yeah.
But you don't.
For some reason in our community, our children don't believe that they're capable of running for these seats. And that's our goal, is to educate them, because for a long time, I didn't know that I could run, right. That it took certain things. But in reality, it's our time, and we need to make sure that our kids know that they can do whatever it is everybody else doing. So.
Hey, look, we're about to run the break. When we come back, we're going to have more conversation, Truth Nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
The Tory Lowe Show returns after this on 101.7 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Associated Bank knows your small business isn't just a venture. It's your dream and a vital part of the community. And we're not just a bank. We're your neighbors. We're looking out for you. That's why Associated Bank offers quick online applications and approvals with funding in as fast as 1 business day, checking with no minimum balances or maintenance fees, and prompt customer service. Explore our products at associatedbank.com/business or visit a branch for more details. Subject to credit approval. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
The biggest names in the basketball world.
Dame, Dollar, Lillard.
Having fun and honest conversations.
He puts it in the shoe, right? And sets the tone for brothers and sisters and family.
Every week, Thanasis Adetokounmpo sits down with special guests on The Analysis Show. Presented by Potawatomi Casino Hotel and curbless, ready-to-drink cocktails.
Fantastic.
Find The Analysis Show on Spotify, Apple, or wherever you get your podcasts. And on YouTube by searching The Analysis Show.
It's time for Truth Takes, a thought-provoking commentary on the new 1017 The Truth. Here is Tory Lowe with his truth.
Have you ever heard of the saying, health is wealth? Or eat your food as medicine before you have to take your medicine like it's food? Well, I'm maturing in age and I'm starting to realize what it means to truly value my health. Lately, I've been paying attention to what I'm putting in my body by making changes to my diet and adding exercise to my daily routine. Look, I love to eat, and I have not always been conscious of reading the labels. My motto used to be, if it tastes good, it's all good. Now my motto is eat better, get stronger, and live longer. The truth is, it's important to make positive adjustments that will increase your health long term. I might not be a guru on nutrition, but I do know you are what you eat. And even if you decide to eat better, you still have to watch out for processed foods, PFAs, GMOs, and other man-made chemicals that could negatively impact your health. So remember to detox your body as often as you can. There are many ways to go about this, so do your research and check with your doctor if you have pre-existing conditions. At the end of the day, it's your life, your health, and we have to make sure we're taking time to do the proper maintenance on ourselves. Also, make sure you choose a diet and exercise routine that works for you. I'm excited about this new journey that I'm on to properly take care of my body, and I hope I can encourage you to get excited about your health as well. Eat better, get stronger, live longer. Now start eating powerful.
This has been Truth Takes on the new 1017 The Truth. Listen to The Tory Lowe Show weekdays from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m.
This is the Bloomberg Black Business Beat. World-famous singer Usher became an R&B star at a very young age. And now, through his nonprofit foundation, Usher's New Look, or UNL, he's looking to help more young people get a new look at what's possible for their lives. The foundation has a few unique programs targeting young people from underserved communities in their teens. Carisha Moore is UNL Foundation's president and CEO, and she talked about one of their after-school programs for high schoolers and mentioned 4 main pillars that program seeks to instill.
Talent, education, career, and service. We believe those 4 pillars help to develop global passion-driven leaders. And then once those students graduate high school, which we have 100% high school graduation rate for students who participate, they go on to post-secondary, and we support them with transition into adulthood.
UNL has helped more than 55,000 young people around the world, many of them from underserved communities. I'm Bloomberg's Justin Milliner on the Black Business Beat.
You are listening to The Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
They're all being emptied out. And I don't blame them. I know the leaders. I know so many of the leaders. I had to deal with them. I dealt with them very nicely. I said, you don't behave, we're not going to give you any of the money. We pay them so much money and they do nothing. Gets stolen all over the place. But I had a lot of things. We wanted to bring them back. They wouldn't let them come back. I was told that for years Obama couldn't get anybody out. We suffered with MS-13 by the thousands and thousands that killed people, that cut up. 2 young girls cut up in Long Island, cut up to pieces and died by MS-13 monsters, and we couldn't get them out of our country. And I came back and I said, why? They said they won't take them back. Honduras, you take a look at Honduras, and any one of the Mexico to a certain extent, Mexico a little bit less, but we have countries all over South America, countries all over the world, they wouldn't take them back. But in the case of the 4 countries, I said, here's what we do. El Salvador is an example, very tough, smart, good leader. But I would have been more advanced than him. I would have had the jails completely empty instead of almost empty. You know, if you take a look at Venezuela, you see what's happening there. 72% down in crime because they've taken their gangs, their drug dealers, also their prisoners. And where have they brought them? To the United States of America. Thank you very much. No. Who can believe that they allow this to happen to our country?
Hey, we listening to live footage of Donald Trump in Racine, Wisconsin.
Now, who can
He's
believe
speaking
that
right
they
now.
would do this
Hey,
to
look.
our country? Now, Joe Biden doesn't have a clue. Now, we're going to watch. Is anybody going to watch the debate?
Hey, they came out in Racine,
He's going to be
Wisconsin.
so pumped up. He's going to be pumped up. You know all that stuff that was missing about.
Hey, the debate coming up too. So I'm wondering, after would he be able to make it down for the RNC? Because before he gets here, they're gonna have his sentencing.
Correct. Yep.
So things may drastically change. They don't want him outside like this.
They don't want him outside.
'Cause they got a lot of people out there in Racine. I wonder how many people showed up to this rally.
That's a good question.
I don't know yet, but I'll look at it. We'll look into it. But like I said, Trump is in Racine, Wisconsin right now at the rally. I was hoping to get him on the show, but the time constraints and things that was going on didn't allow it. But I think that we may have a larger conversation coming up, so stay tuned for that. But like I said, we definitely got to talk about our communities and what's best many times. And when you talk about what's going on in Chicago with a lot of the illegal migrants in Chicago, a lot of the residents being shut out of meetings, their concerns about what's going on, people that look like me in the communities, I get to hear those conversations.
Yeah. I mean, we got shut out of meetings here.
Right.
They go in closed session because, again,
with the NPS.
Of course, yeah. They go in closed session. They're not listening. Clearly, they're not listening. So in reality, I would just tell each individual, sometimes we have to slow down and listen to receive it and not listen to respond to it.
Hey, look, some people got a mission. And whatever mission you on, God bless you.
Hey,
but right now, we just trying to make sure that people get the well-rounded conversation on all sides to make a decision that's for you.
All facts.
Because no matter what decision you make, we still got to get out here in the neighborhoods and do some work.
All facts.
We got to still make sure that we don't forget that we are the people that's going to eventually have to enact change. And that's being advocates for our community and many times become a resource for our community.
We are the only resource.
Right.
I mean, we're the go-to. If we don't do it, ain't nobody gonna do it. And in reality, just history of being black in America, nobody ever gave us anything. We created this. Civil rights, we fought for it. We died for it. The ability to vote, we fought for it. We died for it. There's blood on it. So in reality, nobody can tell us anything because we're the only one who haven't received repair. So when we sitting up and we're talking about, the illegal immigrants that's here who've received monies and all they had to do was show up, we still have not received anything. So the reality of that
and then we look at other people that get it overnight.
Come on.
Oh, it looked like it happened overnight.
It was.
Hey.
It was.
Eddie, you're on the new 101.7 The Truth. Tap in.
I know that ain't who I think it is.
Good day, Tory Lowe. How you doing, Tory? How you doing, Elizabeth?
Hey.
Good. How are you, Eddie?
What you on today, Eddie?
Well, I just want to explain a little something, Tory. Tory, I've been calling the show for about 3 years.
Here we go.
I've been preaching about how terrific Donald J. Trump
Why
is
you not at
and
the
was.
rally?
And because I have to work. It's been raining so much.
Oh, wow.
I wanted to be at the rally, but, if I don't start making this house brown, I'm going to get in a lot of trouble, okay? It's raining so much, every day I can work, I have to work because it rains, and then you got to take a day or two off for the house to dry out, right? So, but I would have, if everything was going great, I would have certainly went to that rally. But, Tory, with that said, let me say this. For over 3 years, Tory, I, Caucasian Eddie, have been calling into the show preaching the benefits of having somebody like Donald J. Trump in office and hopefully in office again. You've always rolled your eyes at me, Tory, and go, here we go again.
Because you have your reasons, and it may be Caucasian Eddie's reasons, and you can have your reasons.
I know, I'm trying to help, Tory, is what I'm trying to do. Tory,
well,
you just
trying
had
to help. We got to call the actions that you don't show up to, Eddie. If you're going to help Tory Lowe, you should show up to some of the call to actions that we have in the street.
I showed up and I got twerked.
What?
They were twerking me. You know that.
Nobody twerks at calls to actions. I'm sorry.
Hurt.
You went to the wrong
I felt
space.
very uncomfortable.
You sound like you went to
let me just say this.
He didn't go to SIL.
I don't do that. I don't go to strip clubs. But let me say this, Tory.
Go right ahead.
That I flipped Milwaukee's biggest leftist news reporter, and now she is mad with Trump. She just loves Donald Trump, and she recently got a job with the Republican Party.
What happened? Who is this?
I'm not going to tell you.
Oh.
I've worked on you and Elizabeth.
You have
Trust
not.
me.
8 months ago.
If it was up to you,
hated Trump.
And Eddie, if it was up to you, I would have jumped off a cliff a long time ago.
Facts.
You don't get that. You don't get that. You would make somebody
Eddie.
You would make somebody not like Donald Trump.
Exactly.
My listeners have been telling me, gee, have Tory and Elizabeth changed?
Now you got listeners.
I have listeners.
And now you want to take
listeners.
credit. You like Christopher Columbus.
Literally.
You want to take credit for something that was already in existence.
That has nothing to do with you.
Hey.
What's wrong with Columbus?
Hey.
You're such a colonizer, Eddie.
Hey. Eddie, look, you like Christopher Columbus. You discovered something that was already happening.
And took credit for it.
Well,
right.
somebody had to. Somebody had to.
Oh,
so,
wow.
Tory,
It
with that said, it is a beautiful moment in my 58 years of life. It's a beautiful moment that I'm seeing so many African-American men and women cross over to common sense, to decency, to the Republican Party. So on that note, I got to go. I got to clean up this paint. I'm heading.
Go right ahead. And go back to painting.
Sniffing the paint.
Go back to sniffing the paint.
You talking
because you sound like you just smelled a lot of paint before you came on the show. But the thing is, and like I said, thank Eddie for the comedy hour. But the thing is, just like people voted for Obama.
Yes.
These same people have decided not to vote Democratic and vote for Donald Trump. I don't think Wisconsin is a swing state.
Yes, people not
people not dedicated to the idea like that,
and they shouldn't.
And I think that most people are just going with their interests.
Yes,
and like I said, in Wisconsin, according to interests, that's where they swing.
Facts.
The real diehard Republicans and Democrats, it could be the worst situation and scenario. They won't change their mind.
Right, and they have that right.
Right. And
That's
they can do that.
America, you go wherever you like to go, but again, don't push the narrative like people are automatically going Republican. No, they're not.
I think it's according to what they believe that needs to take place.
Facts.
And a lot of people are independent because Wisconsin is a swing state. That means that we're going to go with the interest at the time.
Facts.
And many times when people have a huge interest that it may go for one candidate to the other, but then the next time around they may vote for somebody else with better interests.
Because that's your right.
Right.
To change your mind. We have a right to change our mind just like we have a right to change clothes. Again, thank you, Eddie, for the comedy hour. We appreciate it.
Hey, I appreciate
Salute.
that. It made me laugh. Hey, look, when we come back, Elizabeth Brown, I want to get your final thoughts if we got time. We done ran over the time. Truth Nation, stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
The Tory Lowe Show returns after this on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
This is Ambassador Arthur Burks inviting you to the annual Reform Felons Ball. It all takes place at 100 Gems campus at 6737 North on Titonia Avenue. Tuesday, June the 18th. Doors open up at 6:30 p.m. with special guests Terrence Gangster Williams and Ken Ivey.
Hi, this is Terrence Gangster Williams. Shout out to Milwaukee. I will be out there June 18th for the Reform Felon Ball. Let's hang out. Shout out to all my ex-felons who came home who doing something positive.
You better call and get your free tickets while they last.
Free food and admission. Donations are accepted at the door. Pick up your tickets at All-Star Variety Shop, 4620 West on Burleigh, or call 414-509-4808. This is an AB and Winky Blue production.
Hi, Drew and Jonathan Scott here, reminding you that a lot of life's firsts are better with help from American Family Insurance. Like your first home expansion or your first big lightning strike. There's a first for everything. Get the right home policy at the right price with the right help from American Family's agents. Life's better when you're under American Family's roof. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
When you join Educators Credit Union, you're not just another number or just another customer. You're a member owner. As a member owner, you can expect a team of people by your side helping you make informed financial decisions. Educators Credit Union is open to anyone who lives or works in southeastern Wisconsin, no matter your career. Learn more at ECU.com. That's ECU.com. Federally insured by NCUA.
Saving energy and money is easier than you think. Here are 2 simple things you can do to reduce your energy use and lower your energy bill. Use thermal curtains to reduce each room's energy loss by up to 25%, and make sure vents aren't blocked by furniture or rugs to improve airflow and comfort. Simple, smart savings. Get more energy-saving tips at WeEnergies.com.
You are listening to The Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
I turned shorty up, sipping on that 1942. I got my 42. Oh, you got your 42. I got 40 of them. I rock Cardi's, you can't see my eyes because I be pouring up. I've been around with choppers since I'm
1017 The Truth. Tory Lowe Show. Hey, Elizabeth Brown, I want to get a quick final thought.
Hey, it's Juneteenth. Happy Juneteenth.
Hey, happy Juneteenth.
See y'all tomorrow.
See y'all tomorrow at Juneteenth. Come out. Come see us.
Yes.
Get some true swag.
Yes.
Play some games.
Get some love. Get a hug.
Hey. Powerful.
We outside. Happy Juneteenth.
The 53rd annual Juneteenth parade.
Yes.
We got to get up early tomorrow.
All facts. I'm ready. Let's get it.
All right, DJ Brother Z.
All right, Tory Lowe for Waterfall. Let's get it. All right, quick.
All right, King.
All right, Truth Nation. I can't wait to see y'all out at Juneteenth.
All facts.
And don't forget, PeaceDayMKE at the Washington Band Shell from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m.
Yes.
For the youth.
For the youth. And the parents.
Right.
It's a family thing, so bring the whole family out. It's going to be litty.
I can't wait to get my turkey leg. Hey, look, I appreciate y'all for tapping into the show today for another powerful conversation.
Yeah.
Dr. Ken Harris up next.
Glittering may not be gold, don't let nobody play, man. If you